Hi, it's me, Stinky Bigby. Hello, welcome. Hi, everybody. Sorry about the delay. I had a gamer time, and then I also had to make some coffee. To do a little sippy of. Sorry, a little bit of traffic on the I-9. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of traffic in the hallway. But it's time. Hello, Cloths. Hello, Benny Umbrion. Thank you for the like. It's very appreciative. Hello, Klaus. Hello, Brandon. Hello, the monster. Everyone playing Monster Hunter while this is in a different window. Hello to you as well. Hello to Jesus Christ. Hello to the spirit of Christmas. Hello to some sand. Hello, is this a voyage? You know, I'm gonna stop saying hello to things and get started today. I just got started on that gag. But where's my there? Hi, we're here. I feel like I'm a little critter right now in the middle of the snow, hiding from bigger critters. Anyways, I know since you're gonna claw. Look, there it is, Cloth. Take your screenshot. Up. It's 12,000 now, or it's gone forever. How is everybody? Who was Monster Hunter? You know, I agree. All right, so for this gym that we're about to go into, because we got all the way up to the ice gym. I've heard a rumor about this gym, and I want to test if it's true. I've heard. Oh, you know, I'm not gonna give away the game. Anyways, I promised in the chat. What? Oh, that's very reflective. Hello. Hey, how's it going, Chip B? I'm playing Toy Story 2. Okay. Using a big snowball placed here or there, you just slide on the ice with enough momentum to crush them. Okay. Jim is using the ice type Pokemon. They got patched out. Surely not. Let's see here. I just want to see what's possible. So this was a grid-based game back on the DS, and as we know, these were the laziest developers ever. And now we can move diagonal. Can I? Oh no, you can't move diagonal. It forces you to that. No, come on. That's so sad. Oh, I was looking forward to cheesing the gym puzzle by going diagonal. Come on. Ah, simply tragic. A soft lock was possible pre-patch. All you have to do is if you diagonal your way into it, just diagonal your way out of it. Okay, well, the thing I was going to do was, apparently in the original release of this game, before they patched it, you could walk diagonally in the ice, and you could solve this puzzle by not solving it, which is very exciting, but now is no longer possible, apparently. Alright, turn around. I'm gonna fight you. Everyone like my dress? My cute little winter dress? Put it on just for you. Hope you enjoy it. Anyways, it's time. We gotta talk about the big. I've been good, Benny Umbreon. Did everyone see the trailer that came out? You know, this being a Pokemon channel, we all know what trailer I'm referring to, and that, of course, is the Shrek 5 trailer. Has anyone seen that? Everyone seen the Shrek? I mentioned in the chat earlier. Everyone get your hot takes about the Shrek 5 trailer. My personal hot take is people are being like really mean. I still refer to using diagonal to get yourself stuck in the middle of the room without breaking the snowballs. Ah, I see. I feel like that wouldn't be that hard to get yourself out of, though. Although, I don't know. It's for the best it's been patched, because I've been tired all day. Also, my power went out because of a bad storm. What a treasured life you're leading there, Floss. Yeah, it's best it's passed out, but I mean, the fact that it ever got passed in the first place is ridiculous. Her name's our kid Brenna. Ridiculous. The fact that it was ever in there, just they didn't think, oh, we could walk diagonal on ice. We can walk 45 degrees on icicles. Oh, well, I apologize. The storm knocked power out. That's something that happens in the South a lot that I've noticed. That doesn't happen in the Pacific Northwest a lot. There's not a lot of rampant power outages, but when I was in the South, boy howdy, there was one like every couple of weeks. Anyways, back to what I was saying about the Shrek 5 trailer. People are like immediately really pissed about the Shrek 5 trailer. I don't know why. I don't understand. I was like, yeah, that's Shrek. That's what we're just looking at. So like, if you haven't seen the Shrek 5 trailer, here, let me pull up my notes on it. Basically, it's just revealing who the cast is. It's kind of like a better version of when the Mario movie did something like that, when it was like, Chris Pratt is playing. And he's like, I stopped Koopas. Had to load for a little bit. What basically happens, they're all looking at the mirror, and then Donkey's like, waffles! And Shrek, look at what's happening, what's on the magic mirror. The magic mirror is like an iPhone. He's like, who's the fastest at the ball? And then the guy's like, Shrek, of course. And then it plays a bunch of Shrek memes. You know, that genre of meme that existed for a little while, where like Shrek people were just putting Shrek in different situations they wouldn't normally be in. Hi, I'm good. You're my King Kaiser. We're talking about the Shrek 5 trailer here. Surely there's no other like major trailers that Pokemon fans are like talking about, right? Are we not fighting? Okay. I don't know. Now I feel kind of bad. She's like avoiding me. I don't know what I did wrong. Well, I'm being on the Shrek 5 trailer because I haven't seen it yet. Well, I'm explaining what happened in it, and beat for beat. So Donkey is just like they're like scrolling the magic mirror, and it's an iPhone, and then Shrek goes Shrek's like, who's making this stuff? And then Fiona comes in and is like, oh, that's my man in those memes. Ha, he's so sexy. And then Zendaya Shrek comes in and is like, check, please. And then that's basically the whole trailer. And people are really, really mad at it for some reason. The art style. I'm a professional talker. The art style looks different. But I don't understand why, like, it looks a little different. It's kind of polished up, kind of like Puss in Boots was for Last Wish. Just a little smoothed out, a little bit of the wrinkles. It doesn't look like a PS2 game anymore. It looks like a PS5 game, PS4 game. They're a bit closer, but it's not the end of the world. Exactly. It doesn't look AI. It doesn't look like AI. It doesn't have like that AI sheen to it. Maybe I could look at it again and be like, okay, maybe that is a little AI, but I don't think it looks like AI. People are like immediately really mad at it, and they're like, oh, it's such a dated reference for Shrek to like use his mirror like an iPhone, and then like look at Shrek memes and go like, oh, we're hip with the kids, we know the memes, but here's the thing, like, we've seen this before. There was Ralph Breaks the Internet, that was a movie, a popular animated movie, that sought to like capitalize on meme culture, but the difference is Shrek actually is a meme. So I can avoid things. I was looking for AI so I can avoid things nowadays. Yeah, Ralph 2 was awful. Yeah, but like Shrek 2 like actually is a meme that actually broke the internet for a while. There was a time where you couldn't go anywhere on the internet without running into a Shrek meme. And I think Shrek is poised to explore a meta-narrative about that kind of thing. About becoming a meme and, like, people's response. Because Shrek, like, it kind of maps onto Shrek's story. Because he started off as a swamp ogre, and then he became king, and everyone loved him. And he learned to love himself, I assume, in the 4th movie. I never saw the 4th movie. Shrek was built on being a minute. Yeah, like, I feel like this is exactly what Shrek in the modern day should be exploring, is his own meme culture. And people are mad that there's a Zendaya Shrek, like one of the kids is grown up and voiced by Zendaya. But like, dude, that's also a thing Shrek has always done. Like, Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, they were the Zendaya of 2001. Like, they've always gotten popular voice actor. Dude, Ashton Kutcher just shows up in Shrek 2 at one point. Like, just the actual real-world Ashton Kutcher. Like, because that was who was popular at the time. Shrek has always done that. And I don't know why everyone was immediately so pissed at it. Like, just chill, let it cook. Goddamn. And Simon Cowell. I like the first Shrek. I like the first 2 Shreks. I never saw the 4th one. And the 3rd one was a big tub of garbage. But the other 3 I've enjoyed. Or the other, I guess I didn't see 4, but the other 2 I enjoyed. Let's see here. Where do I mash? That's where I need to go. How do I get to that? Probably from somewhere over here. Yeah, this will do it. 4th is better than 3rd, at least. That's what I've heard. I've heard the 4th is, like, a little bit underrated. Oh, I need to fight you. You were never an option. Yeah, people were just, like, mad at the Shrek 5 trailer. Okay, but that's not the trailer we were actually talking about. Unless someone has, like, a... I was doing a little misdirect there. I was doing a little funny, a little bit of subverting your expectations. The Pokemon channel talking about the big trailer last week, and instead talked about the Shrek 5 trailer. Unless someone has something else to add to that conversation, I think it could be fine. It was like 30 seconds. People are really mad about a 30-second trailer. Like, just chill. You never run into a Shrock meme. I don't believe you by the fact that you said Shrock. I don't believe you. There's absolutely no way you've avoided Shrek memes for this whole time. This gym puzzle is so... I was hoping to just bypass it by going diagonally up and left. Okay, but yeah, there was a Pokemon Direct, so let's talk about it. Let's see. Let's go down the list of stuff that... There's, like, lots of slightly new ways to spend money on your favorite little guys, and every little spin-off they have under the sun. You can play as a dog in League of Legends now. That's cool. Darkrai is here to haunt your nightmares in real life. That's disturbing. They've the apple pie Pokemon is now literally an actual pie that you can get in the pie game. Garbodor is in Legends EA. We're gonna get to Legends EA. I'm gonna go over the other stuff first. The only like non-ZA game before we get to the big event that I was like, oh yeah, that's actually really like I'm really excited about that was Champions. Actually, excuse me for a second while I die. Okay, sorry. There was a little bit of death in the back of my face that I had to just get out. It's so cold that I'm shivering. I think I just go down here, right? No. How do I get to you? Do I need to go here? I see. No. Hang on. Hang on, you wily bitch. That's what we do. And then bada bing. That's how we break that. Where's a Garbodor plushie? Gardevoir. Gardevoir has a life-size plushie. I have seen that, Cloths. And that's the end of that discussion. There's nothing nefarious. I'm glad there's a Gardevoir that you can actually like put on like a big shelf. And no one's going to use it for anything else. Right, guys? Right. What am I doing now? To get those two, I need to go one space up. right? How do I go one space up? Wouldn't be you. I have to come for that from the left. Oh, I know how to break that one. I know how to get that one. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm like actually having to put thought into this puzzle. I was hoping I could just bypass this puzzle. Now I don't know what to do with myself. I'd rather have a Snorlax the size of a beanbag. I would love a Snorlax beanbag chair. That's one of my well, after I'm big and famous and successful, that's what I want to get. 1 second. It is gross. Let's see here. Oh, Tasha agreed. Good. What was I about to say? Oh, Champions. I want to talk about Champions for a little bit. Champions, if you didn't see the trailer for it, is basically, they directly compared it in the trailer visually to Pokemon Stadium on the N64 or Pokemon Battle Revolution for the Wii. It's basically a free battler. It seems to be it's going to be a game that's going to give you Pokemon, like the full roster of Pokemon that you can play on iOS or Android or your Switch, and they all seem to have interconnectivity between them. And you can battle them or transfer your Pokemon from home to battle with them in using your Pokemon like you could back in the day. Yeah, like a Battle Revolution. Yeah. That, frankly, is a ball that has been on the tee for the better part of 2 decades now, and I'm glad they finally came along and like knocked it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I only care about the Pokemon Concierge. There was also Pokemon Concierge. If you haven't seen that, now is your last week to watch it for free on YouTube. So go watch Pokemon Concierge on the Pokemon YouTube channel. How do I get this goddamn snowball? I'm experiencing troubles. Oh, you're new. We spend all our time battling the Blizzard Snowpoint City. I'll show you how stuffing this up. It is free. Champions? I don't know if Champions will be free or not. Concierge is free. So Champions is basically be the competitive battler, and that's good. I'm excited for that because it's something we haven't had since the days of the Wii. That was a long time ago. I'm glad we're finally getting that again. They didn't give us a release date or like a price tag or anything. I imagine. So I was talking to my buddy Metamon, who shows up in the chat sometimes, and I know him in real life. My buddy Metamon and I were talking about this, and he thinks that because of the thing we're about to talk about, Legends EA, that the Pokemon series is about to split. So the problem that we often run into, that Pokemon, it's a line that Pokemon has tread for a while, but it keeps kind of gracefully falling one side or the other, is that Pokemon is trying to be an RPG and a competitive battler at the same time. And it just struggles to fill both roles. I've talked about it a couple times. There are Pokemon that are meant to be RPG enemies, but a consequence of that, like a Kecleon, that's not a competitively viable Pokemon, but it makes for a great RPG enemy. Same thing for like Pyukumukubudu. That's not great for like you can make it work on a team. I'm sure there are plenty of teams with Pyukumukubudu, but it works great as a. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to get up against that rightmost snowball here. This gym is annoying. Who said that earlier? That this gym was annoying. Is that Benny Umbreon? Yes, it is. You're correct. Deadass want to do Pokemon Nose Up Challenge. Friends, transfer the surviving parties constantly limit, have a grand tournament. That'd be cool. That's a fun idea for a video series. A full cloth team. You can't do a Nuzlocke with a full cloth team. Actually, you can, but it's not in the games that Brandon is going to play. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Champions. So I think, and Metamon proposed this, and I agree with him, is what I mean by I think. I think that Pokemon is about to go into 2 different directions. I think we're going to get games like ZA that are going to be more focused on being an RPG and like perfecting battle mechanics and making it like a better single solo player experience. And then we're gonna, god damn it. And then we're gonna start getting games like Champions, which are going to be entirely battler. You can't choose this bubble. Yeah, you cannot. I tried that earlier, Steel. They patched it out, apparently. Now I just kind of awkwardly snap into place when I try to go diagonally. Like I'm pressing the... Well, it's easier to see when I'm coming off snow. Kind of awkwardly snaps me into place. Yeah, see? They patched it. Lame. I'm doing a full cloth team. Alright, well. Wouldn't that just be, like, you? Would you even have Pokemon at that point, or would you just have a gun? Yeah, I hope that's what they do, because I think that could be substantially what both sides of the scale of competitive battler and RPG need, is their own split-off series. So I hope that's the route they're taking. That would be the smart thing to do, which means they're probably not doing it, but that would be cool, because let's start talking about ZA. Actually, let's talk about ZA after I fight the Ice Woman. I have to heal my pig about it, though. I want to get the DLC for Scrub. Oh, it's exciting. Tasha has been playing... Oh, has been. She beat Scarlet and Violet, finally. Oh, I'd say finally, like it was an agonizing process. It's just, I know she's been working on it a while. And I'm proud of her for finishing it, because it seems like it was difficult to finish for her. Alright, let's see. I'm going to give you a little elixir barbecue. PP back. I probably didn't have to do that, but I'm stuck in Poke Rogue logic. Alright, do you have Stealth Rock? You do. I'm going to lead with you.
You want a challenge, Candice? Sure thing. I was ready for someone tough. But today, I'm tough because I know how to focus. Pokemon, fashion, romance, all my focus. I'll show you what I mean. Get ready to lose.
It had its moments. Got her sprite, like her pose just looks so much worse with the 3D model. It's very expressive as a sprite. No, it's not. Candice, more like Candice delicious salami sandwich fit in your mouth. What's the difference between jelly and jam? I can't jelly a delicious Reuben sandwich into your mouth. We're like 5 pages of feelings from playing, and I plan on butting in on your stream so I can finally talk about things. Well, you got 5 more streams of Shitty Pearl, probably something thereabouts, and then and then a whole Legends Arceus before you can do that. What's the difference between tins and cans? I can put a whole bunch of beans in my mouth. I have things to say about Arceus too. Oh, interesting. Well, we'll have the opportunity. Metacham? That's not an ice type. What am I gonna use against Metacham? Do I not have? Oh, I got Blueberry. I can get Blueberry out there. I can feel your Dark Soul lights. How do we know Kurt Cobain's eyes were blue? Because they both blew out of his head when he saw like a pie on a windowsill, and then they bugged out and he floated over to it. Candice is about to come down with a condition called D's. Yeah, you ever heard of D's? D's Nutella cans that are just for you. This fucking joke is stupid. Hey, I got a question. Why Gym 7 got a Sneasel and not a Weavile? I remember Candice being a terror, but I think I'm remembering Platinum. Because I think she's just got an Abomasnow after this. Why? Why not? Oh, Choppleberry! Well, somebody woke up and put their britches on this morning. Ooh. Well, good thing that Choppleberry had no effect. They asked me why I killed them, and I said, why not? And then you... Oh, dude, a slasher flick with the why not as the villain would be hilarious. Why? Why do you keep doing this? Why not? Saying that as he's picking up the eggs. Abomasnow. I mean, yeah, I guess we'll just... Rotini, maybe? I don't know. How am I going to clown on Obama Snow? And the movie ends with the Y not being killed because it's trying to kill a Wobbuffet and they just use his counter. I'm going to break the ice. Remember when that guy ran for president? Obama Snow? Oh, I'm on a roll tonight, baby. Take the slash cannon. I'm going to jail now. Oh, I'm having a good time. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it tonight. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling joy for the first time in months. That's not true. Maybe we just know. Alright. We did it. I warmed up to you. Might have just admired you. Is everything out of your mouth an ice pun? Good damn it. Well, you're great. You've earned my respect. I think your focus and pulled this over totally. Oh, that's right. So let's give you this. Oh, those things are filthy. Somebody ought to clean those. Let's go freeze them. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! Ice to meet you. Oh, the game is really loud. I should probably turn it down a little bit. Or I can just yell really loud and yell over it. Oh god. Well, the problem is I can't polish my things on stream. Like, you can't do it unless it's in handheld mode, which is ridiculous. Avalanche. Oh, you never used that move because I killed you in one shot every time. Right now. I'm not going to do it right now. I can't do it on screen. I'm not going to do it right now. I can't show you. If I did it on screen, it would just straight up be like a solid 5 minutes of this. Of just this. Is that what any of us want? No, I'm already uncomfortable by the prolonged eye contact. Like, no, we don't want this. No, we don't want this. Oh god, we might actually be stuck like this. Okay, no, we're not. We're good. Okay, so the plan for the rest of the day is I gotta go bail Barry out, but then that's gonna give us. This route is beautiful in the sunset. Whoa. I don't know, I was just taken in by like, okay, normally I don't like the Vaseline that they have smeared on the corners of the screen here. I don't like the perspective thing they do there. Or like, what is that called? Is that perspective? Like the haze like in Wind Waker when you look on the horizon? The bloom, that's what I'm looking for. Normally I don't like the bloom. But I don't know, it kind of works here. I mean, you can play more Hollow Knight. I encourage everyone to play more Hollow Knight. You said that like it was a threat clause. But yeah, it looks beautiful here. Ah, good. My victory has inspired them to move slightly to the side. Is there not an explanation as to why you're moved now? Wow, okay. Hollow Knight's real good. Anytime you want, dear. You're not getting away with this, Team Galactic. Oh, are you finished already? How are you gonna wear that in the snow, Jupiter? Your Pokemon aren't bad, but you're laughably weak. You honestly thought you could save the Pokemon of the lake and become Pokemon champion? Dream on, little kid. Dream on. Ew, it's so cold here. Let's go back to the Veilstone HQ. Bye, Jupiter. Oh, do I know you? We met in Eterna City. Listen, Team Galactic's going to do something huge for everyone's sake. That's why you should keep out of Team Galactic's way. Don't think about whining about poor Pokemon or other trivial junk like that. Don't waste your time coming to our HQ in Veilstone. No, if you excuse me. I think we exactly should waste our time going to their HQ in Veilstone. Yeah, that's right. I couldn't do anything against Team Galactic. That Pokemon called Uxie, it was suffering. I'm going to get tougher. Not about winning or losing. That's not good enough. I have to be stronger. Okay, bye. If only we... Wait! Wait! Hold on. Hold on. Let me test the theory. Hang on, because like those guys in front of the lake, right? They just moved out of the way. which is normal. What route were we just on? Let me look at that real quick on the town map. We were on Route 217. Sinnoh, Route 217. Hang on. Wait, no. Let me see here. Actually, we want Acuity Lakefront. That's what we're looking for. Am I crazy? No, I'm not crazy. Okay, so in the original game, let me go ahead and pull this over to my little screen over here. Give me a second. Just a second. And desktop. Okay. Oh, it's way further than I thought it was going to be. All right, so in the original Route 217, I want to take a look at right here. That's a rock climb wall. The barrier to getting to the lakefront in the original game was you had to get rock climb, and you had to do that by beating Candice. It's a little bit of an arbitrary like barrier, but at least it like logically makes sense within the game because 8 gyms get you over things. You have to get up to the wall. I think Barry even like climbs it in front of you as you go to fight Candice. But in this game, in this shitty remake, in which they barely change anything, so when they make a change like this, it's baffling. They changed it so you're not rock climbing, and instead they just move. For no reason, really. Why? Why make that change? You made the game worse. It's not like, okay, if HMs work like they used to, I could see it. I could be like, oh, okay, they might not immediately have a rock climb Pokemon, so we should probably, you know, get rid of that rock climb wall so they can progress immediately with the story. I could see that. I wouldn't agree with it, but I could see it. But the fucking, they just arbitrarily moved? What was the point of that change? The things that Shining Pearl changes drive me up the wall. I don't understand them. I don't understand what their philosophy was. What is going on in the chat over here? While I'm bitching about blue-headed bitches. Nuke Loft is the best, Tasha. Wait. I used to have a Sailor Moon poster, Tasha, once. Oh, nice! She does have a Sailor Moon poster. Our spooky bedroom is got like spider webs on the wall and like rats crawling through the wood shiplap, and then all of that is covered with pink Sailor Moon posters. She loves the Sailor Moon the sodas. I don't know were they poppies? They weren't poppies. Have you played Stardew Valley yet? Champion are only for VGC players and Bigby, not me. Oh, that's true. I ain't no VGC or hang on, VCG, VGC. No VGC player. Play Stardew Valley, it would be my whole life. It's true. She is susceptible to Animal Crossing like games. Yeah, I've noticed that there are, because of this, they grab the code for the OG Pearl, make this, and because of that, they're still spelling mistakes. Yeah, if they just use the original code, I would understand. I would be infuriated. That's very lazy. But they didn't. They do make changes, and they're confusing why they do them. Ocean Bomb, that's what it was. Their philosophy was the Game Freak gave them the game to remake and a quick turnaround deadline. I won't do that to either of us. If Tasha starts playing that, we'll never sleep again. She starts playing Stardew Valley. I won't do that to us. I do have it. If you want to play it, Tasha, I do have it on my computer. I think it would have been a good change if they didn't change how hidden moves. Yeah, if they didn't change how hidden moves work, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That makes more sense. It's a more streamlined experience. I still think, like, HMs do have their place in old classic Pokemon games, but I would be okay with that change. The fact that they changed how this laid out, and then like it's so dumb. Like that had to be like, there had to be a reason for that, right? There had to be like time that was put into making that decision, and like putting all the code in to make that work, and like that flag. There had to be, you know, a couple hours of man labor at least that I rather they had spent on literally anything else. Another outfit, like. Travis and Teresa have been playing it, apparently. I played it a little bit. It's not my kind of game, unfortunately. I'm not much for a farming type game. I get too bored. Brandon can attest. When Travis and I had Travis had a Minecraft world that I was invited to, I was a terror in it. All right, well, now we have rock climb. I'm going to go around and get some rock climb stuff. I think there's one down here. There's one up by Celestic Town, I think. There's a couple like dotted around the map that we can fly to. We're spend a little bit getting that. I have 4,000 hours of New Leaf. I don't have time for this kind of games anymore, unfortunately. He's back in bearger than ever. Yeah, I'm a terror. I get bored in Minecraft or games like that, like Stardew, and I just start being a terror. Whatever I can do to be annoying, I'll do it because I'm bored. Like, it's for the best. I don't play a game like that. Anyways, while I'm going around getting rock climb walls, I figure we could talk about ZA finally. What is everyone's hot takes about ZA? It's exciting. We got some more footage for Pokemon Legends ZA. It is confirmed to be set in the future. Oh, a TM Psychic. It's not like I could buy that 18 hours ago. It's how, I mean, the horse is a bloody pulp at this point. What more can I say? That's infuriating. Oh, a prize for getting rock climb. Psychic. It's not like you could buy that at Veilstone literally the second you started there. Why is the rock climb Pokemon a barrel? The animation doesn't even work. God damn it. Ugh. I don't think AZ will play a major role in the story of ZA. No, couldn't ever. Could never play it. Major role in the game that's literally his name backwards. Would never happen. I think there was one somewhere along this snowy route. And I want to take another crack at the snowy route. I should, heal. I gotta say though, the switch from ancient eternal king of the eternal kingdom, who's wandered the earth for thousands of years searching for his greatest friend, to Mr. Mosby goes crazy. and now Eternal Flower Floette is just his Esteban. It's great. I am excited for that. Oh, and I bet the CEO of the new corporation that's being introduced, that's like refurbishing Jubilife City or Lumio City, I bet she's not a villain. I bet she's not a villain in any way whatsoever. She's never a villain. No, never. 3,000 years. Oh, that's how long AZ wandered the earth. I don't know. I don't remember a lot about X's story despite playing it twice, because it just not a lot happened in X. X is just like the land of missed opportunity, which is why I'm also excited for ZA. It is confirmed to be set in like a futuristic setting, so it's going to build on top of X and Y instead of like Arceus was kind of filling in for some stuff in Sinnoh. Lysander would be funny to see. He's probably going to be in the game. To be like, I know he died, quote unquote, died in X and Y, but he's 100% going to give you 8,000 years. It'll give you such a crick in the neck. I recognize that's from the Robin Williams Sand movie. When he was blue and he was like, ah, that's hot. That's hot. Yeah, there was definitely a rock climb somewhere on this route. I think I got most of the prizes. Yes, Aladdin. What are my other little hot takes about ZA? Let me look at my notes. The entire thing is set in Lumio City. The whole thing is in one city. We were talking about it in the Discord a little bit, which you haven't joined. Join the Bigby Discord. It's in the description. Lysander being in ZA will confirm X is canon Gen 6 game. Why would that be? Didn't he die in both? Hamas and hummus sound pretty similar. That's the hottest take I've ever seen, Brandon. Tell me more. I want pictures of Hamas eating hummus on my desk by Monday morning. We were talking about it in the Discord a little bit. Crudvaults, who's in chat sometimes, he mentioned that that feels pretty lame. That's gonna be in the city, but I don't know. I think that could be fun for have one game set in one city, and like your goal is to, because X, he's trying to make everyone immortal. Is he? Oh, okay. I did play X, so that would line up. I just assumed he said some bullshit and why that was practically the same. Because, I mean, kind of like how Team Aqua, Team Magma have exactly the same plan, but divergent goals, but doing the same thing wouldn't do it. Like a Alpha Sapphire, Alpha Sapphire, like it starts raining, and like everyone's like, "Oh no, we're not safe!" And then he was like, "Wait, I didn't think everyone would drown." Like, I mean, yeah, it's about Geodude. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I think a whole game set in one city, especially if you're like navigating around the city and like building up the city, maybe gradually making it better by your presence. I don't know. There's a lot of games that are entirely set in one city. Like there's Assassin's Creed. There's there's Arkham City and Arkham Knight. There's the new Spider-Man games. And there's also some good games that are set in one city, like GTA or like a Concrete Genie or the Final Fantasy VII remake. Like it just depends on how much effort they put into navigating the city and like making it feel like a lived-in place. Who's learning Heal Pulse? And why am I telling you no? Because you don't need to learn that. We don't have double battles, you dingus. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, in a game where you barely have double battles, it doesn't make sense for my physical attacker here to be like, I want to learn a healing move that heals my partner on the battlefield. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Whereas it makes sense for competitive play because doubles are a competitive format. But like, there's not enough doubles in the base game to like support putting any effort into that strategy. But if the games were split into, this is the RPG game where the punch blade man Glade where Glade doesn't get heal pulse, and then here's a competitive game where Glade can have heal pulse. Like, those two games being separate makes a lot of sense to me. Anyways, it depends on how much effort they put into navigating the city to see how fun it would be. Crudval did make a good point following that, where he was like, yeah, it's Game Freak we're talking about, though. It could be good, but this is Game Freak we're talking about. And that's a salient point. We're putting a lot of effort in the C's Get Degrees student of game development. You know, the Nosebleed kid. We're hoping the Nosebleed kid is going to pull through for us, and maybe they will, maybe they won't. We'll see. There was a shot of a guy, like, double jumping between the rooftops. But apparently there is something in Scarlet and Violet that does that as well, so that might not be new. But I also saw, like, the character take a really boring, slow loading elevator to get to a rooftop, and they showed that in the trailer like it was impressive. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see. Game Freak should make a mainline game that focuses solely on double battles. I agree! I've wanted them to experiment with that for forever. That's what they did with Coliseum. I want them to make a game like that. That is just entire. Or here's a wild fucking thought. Why don't we do what a lot of fan games do, and just give you the option to make the game double battles? Like, toggle something in your menu. I want this game to be double battles now. You know, like set or shift, and then you just had double battles. That was Ice Beam. And again, normally getting Ice Beam is like, oh, that's a big prize. I love Ice Beam, but we could have bought it in Veilstone 16 in-game hours ago. Game is frustrating. All right, what's another rock climb wall? I think there's one between Coronet and Eterna City. Check that out. Yeah, that would be fun. I don't think ZA will be that, though. I was really excited to see ZA's battle. Well, okay, so the wild areas, right? Because Arceus, its whole thing was wild areas. The whole thing was catching Pokemon and going into the wild, and there's Pokemon roaming around. You see their natural habitat. You get research on them by playing with them and like using special moves, seeing them interact in the wild. Like, it was all about catching them all and doing research. And have I haven't. There was a secret peepee over here. But it seems that this new one is not going to focus on that. It seems like this new one is going to be more focused on battling, which I'm all here for, because the wild areas look really paltry. They look really small, and they're like scattered among the streets. There's like grass growing in buildings like it's post-apocalyptic, but it's not, because this is not what the area I thought it was. I might be thinking of a different area. I am thinking of a different area. I think I'm thinking of between Eterna. I'm thinking of between Hearthome and Corona Mountain. That's what I'm thinking of. But the battling looks really cool. It's kind of like got like this Quest 64 quasi Baldur's Gate 3 kind of battle system, where like every attack has like an area of effect, or like maybe they're like a targeting attack. Like, we see people like roll away from attacks and their Pokemon follows them, or they like command their Pokemon to get on the other side of an attack while they roll on the other side, and then they give them an order from the other side of the Pokemon, or like they swap out of being hit by like a blast of some sort. At one point, there's a Pokemon like charging at somebody's Rhydon, and then or Hippowdon, and they command the Hippowdon to use Stealth Rocks, and it creates like an AoE, like Cloud of Daggers from Baldur's Gate kind of deal. And then the Staravia just like slams into that and gets damaged and gets taken out. So there's like trap-based gameplay, and like it looks like it's gonna interact with a lot of like spacing and like setting up traps and spells and like moving around and moving smartly. And it looks fun. I'm excited for it. It's been a while since I've looked at a Pokemon combat system and like, yeah, that looks really unique and fun. But like, I can't place another game that plays like this one looks. Again, the closest thing I can say is like, oh, it's kind of like a smaller scale Baldur's Gate. But it is very interesting. I'm excited to see what they do with the combat, because it looks fun. Let's see here. What else did I have in my notes about ZA? Tasha. Oh, again, I had a similar, like, remember earlier when I was like, oh, Credvolts said, well, this is Game Freak we're talking about. Tasha said something very similar, that this is Game Freak we're talking about. The combat system looks good. I like it in theory, but again, this is Game Freak we're talking about. The Nosebleed Kid. So, like, GG on beating the gym. Thank you. It wasn't hard. This game is not challenging, but thank you nonetheless. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So like there's a big chance like the controls won't be tight and responsive like they need to be for a system like that deals a lot with like spacing and areas of effect and moving and knowing your combat. There's like the hit boxes might not be tight, and this system only works if the controls are responsive and the hit boxes are tight. So if they don't have that, do they have that in them? We'll see. Game Freak is not directly developing it, I don't think. Yeah, double battles are awesome. I would love a game that's focused on double battles. I do love a game that's focused on double battles. It's Pokemon Coliseum, to a lesser extent, Gale of Darkness. I would love one in the modern day. It just gives you a lot of options and a lot of fun stuff to try. Or you know, hey, I get like a Pokemon Rogue, Emerald Rogue, the game I've been playing, been very obsessed with lately. Yeah, that one's got double battles that are fun. Although I haven't been playing it on double battles. I've been playing it on singles. Maybe that's what me and Captain Kerosene should do next time we play it. Do it on doubles. Because we have not been having luck. We've been getting our tails handed to us. Is the only thing up here a dude? Was I just true comboed into a dude? Like the Echo Man give you a word of advice. That's... Why are you giving me that advice? We are at the 8th gym. We're about to go into like the end game of the villain plot. And you're giving me that kind of advice right now. Check my map if I'm lost. Don't you get lost, loser. Alright, goodbye, counter. We'll see you later. What is the point? I don't want to... Do you give me the super rod? You better give me a super rod. You're just a man. You're a fighting man. That's upsetting. What else did I have to say about Cody? Cody. What else did I have to say about ZA? Let me see here. Let me check my little notes. Starters where no one was seeing what the starters were coming because they pulled a fast one on us. They were Tricky Wicket. We got 2 starters from one generation and then one from another. So we got Tepig and then Chikorita and Totodile. Somebody messed up that order. But, you know, I'm excited for it. They haven't showcased any new Mega Evolutions, but people have been noticing. Everyone's freaking out because Chikorita has Disarming Voice. Ooh, Disarming Voice. Chikorita might be a Fairy type, or maybe Mega evolved into a Fairy type. Maybe has a regional variant that's a Fairy type. We don't know yet. That's what I'm hoping for. So, I know I have the burning question on everyone's mind. What is the starter that Big B is going to get? Well, really, I'm probably going to play this game for the first time on stream. I'll leave that to be decided a little bit. That's probably what's going to happen, though. And so, really, the answer is what everyone votes for, because I always put my starter up to a vote. But if it were up to me, it depends. I would need to see Final Forms before I made that decision. As they are now, I love all the Johto starters equally. And I love all of them more than Tepig, who's my least favorite Gen 5 starter, and probably, like, it's one of my least favorite starters in general. I don't like Tepig that much. It's not that it's bad. I've just never had... Whenever I do, like, a Nuzlocke of Gen 5, which happens to be the one on Nuzlocke most often, I usually end up with Tepig, because I do the trainer card thing, and I end up with Tepig, and he dies quick, because he sucks. Tepig sucks. It's the 3rd iteration on an idea that stopped being interesting 2 iterations ago. The firefighting type. It stopped being interesting after... It was kind of okay on Infernape. Hot take? Like me hot take or you had hot take? It is hot take because they are hot Pokemon. I don't mean that they're sexy. Although, depends on what you're into. If you like the fat bastard, I guess Tepig is the one for you. But I've forgotten what I was going to say. I got caught in the goof. Oh, they are hot because they're fire-type Pokemon. Were you saying I had a hot take or you had a hot take? I would love to hear your hot takes. I'm opening all hot takes about ZA, by the way. Anything you got, I want to hear it. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about talking about it. I'm excited about being a Poketuber in a time when they're releasing a new Pokemon game. That hasn't happened yet. I've been doing this shit for like a year and a half now, and I haven't been around when they're making a new game. It's awesome. They should do a dip into Spectro territory where they do a lot of digging and stuff. That is a hot take. Spectro or fossil fighters. Yeah. I would like that. I would love it to be a more involved process to get Pokemon. Like even Arceus, which was a more involved process, catching them is still easy. Like you just sneak up behind them with the heavy ball and doink, you got them. Is that all there was here? Just the Roartium? Is there anything else in here? In the grass? Is this it? Oh, there's something else. Oh, 5 steps. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You. Where are you? Extra 5. Looks like back a couple 100 years and paleontology was a fun new thing. They gotta dig up ancient Pokemon. That would be cool. I like that. I was hoping that Charizard wouldn't be in ZA. You will probably never see a Pokemon game without Charizard in it ever again. That will probably never happen again. You dig up ancient Pokemon then buried underground or some kind of cataclysm. That would be cool. You're making these suggestions like they would ever experiment. And I don't think they would. I mean, maybe they would. I don't think they would experiment that hard. Like, I would love a game, a Pokemon game, where you're kind of morally ambiguous. Like they've delved into that territory a little bit. A lot of games kind of skirt around that. Like, Gen 5 is like, is having Pokemon slavery? I guess not. Let's not explore that any further. Or, like, that's about it. But I would love, like, Pokemon Coliseum kind of skirts on you being an ex-bad guy. I would love one where you, like, are part of an evil team for a little bit, and then you don't have to stay that way. I would love for them to experiment with the main formula and, like, not make you a hero. And we might get there one day. We're probably not going to get there, though. Full incense. Full of sense. That would be cool. I would love a digging Pokemon game. But if you want that, Brandon, I do have a solution for you. Get a DS emulator on your computer. Don't tell Mr. Pikachu I said this. Get a DS emulator on your computer. Play the game Fossil Fighters. That's what you want. It's Pokemon with dinosaurs, and you do exactly that. You dig up fossils and rebuild dinosaurs. It's fucking awesome. I love Fossil Fighters. At least the first one. That's the only one I've played. I have a DS. I mean, you could just play it on a DS like a scrub, I guess. There's cool spirits called. I never actually got into Spectrobes. I remember there being ads about it when I was a kid, but I don't remember what the gameplay looks like at all. Hi, hey, it's you. Wait, I don't remember, but I still remember you. It's you that took my fairy away. Partner called it quits and went back to his hometown. I don't know anything about any storage key. Well, I don't remember how to close my fingers all the way. God, fucking Ringo. This is such a Ringo move. This kind of Pokemon. If the Pokemon do sort of like mangas, it might be gas. That would be cool. They would never do that, though. That would never be a thing they would do. Storage key? Ah, this must be the storage key. Just gonna storm the gates here. Where's the storage? I feel like there's like a external storage building somewhere. I could be wrong though. I should probably change out of my winter clothes, yeah? Not in the winter anymore. This is not the clothes shop. I'm gonna go to the clothes shop and get some better clothes. I'm gonna do some like sleuthing. We need some sleuthing outfits. We're gonna go storm. We need some combat gear. Combat gear we got. I mean, let's do. God, I love the spring style though. It looks real cute on her. One of these is probably for the best for storming. I'm gonna storm the castle in this, the casual style. Let's do it. I'm gonna lead with my Miss Magius out front. Trans rights spring style. I do like it. It is very trans rights. It looks like that Fire Emblem Fates femboy. You know what I'm talking about? You know there's only one. Casual style. Ah, look at this. This is good for storming the gates. Mystery Dungeon kind of delves in darker stories. Not really darker. That is, I think, the only time a Pokemon has just died on screen. There was a Mystery Dungeon game where a Pokemon died on screen. A Kyurem just straight up killed somebody once. I think it killed a Hydreigon. Just straight up killed him. Like, froze him and then shattered him. Is this where I put my key? My key is needed. Well, you take a lot. We'll take everything can be taken. Later. Oh, can I steal your sodas? No, I can't steal your sodas. Are you where I put the key? Where do I put the key? Where do I put the key? Do I put the key in you? Do I put the key in you? Joseph would to kill themselves in Explorers. I haven't played Explorers. I've only played Red Rescue Team, which I'm not opposed to playing more. I mean, I got in here. Is there an external building that's the storage building that I need to be entering? I didn't know if there was or not. Let's check around a little bit. I just got distracted by buying clothes. That's right, there's this whole area over here, isn't there? That's right. That's right. But my dude Paul is like KYS nerd. Yes. Gamer yourselves. I can't, I'm buying clothes. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Fuck you! Alright, here we go. Do I have Miss Magius out front? Booberry. Great name. Alright, we're gonna make up all that money we just spent on clothes. It's gonna be easy. It's also gonna be a long segment of a lot of battles, so I'm gonna fight all these guys and get their money. Fuck, hitting that low tier god. Low taper fade god. I think it was Cresselia who did that. Maybe. Those games are metal. I do like them. Good old coffee. Good old lukewarm was made an hour ago coffee. Well, what other takes do I have on ZA? Oh, we never finished the starters. If I had to pick one, it'd probably be Chikorita. I would probably pick Chikorita. Chikorita's I usually lean grass. I don't know if you noticed that about my starter choice around here, but I usually lean grass. So I probably would pick Chikorita. And the concept of Chikorita being not duty sounds exciting. Okay, Tasha's about to type in, you said duty. Oh, she didn't. She didn't do it. She must be sleeping. But I need more info before I can choose one. Like, are there going to be megas? Are there going to be more types? Are they going to, like, give Chikorita a fairy off the bat? Or are they going to wait until it evolves into the big flower? Meganium seems cool. I like the idea of Mega Evolve Meganium. I'm excited for it. I just want you to see. I said that about Z becoming hotel manager, becoming Mr. Mosby. I think that's everything I had to say about it. I am excited for it. Chikorita is one of my favorite starters. I'm so happy she's in a game that isn't aggressively hostile to her. That remains to be determined. It is true. She's just like really poorly designed for the game she's in, unfortunately. But man, I love Chikorita. And like, I find that I'm like, I love this Pokemon, and then that Pokemon will get used in TFS, like some famous YouTuber or semi-famous YouTuber will use it in a Nuzlocke, and then everyone will fall in love with it, and I'm like, yes, I'm vindicated. It happened with Swalot. Swalot's one of my favorite Pokemon, and then Team 4-Star played it, and then my ex was one of their premier members of their Emerald Nuzlocke, and I'm vindicated because Swalot fucking rules. Mr. Steak? Yeah, Mr. Steak! Steak! Steak. Mr. Steak. Did you started with 2 gems that beat grass and had 0 impact on the Yeah. It got dealt a bad hand. And there's a reason everyone picks Totodile in that game, because Totodile just wipes that game entirely. You give it Ice Punch and nothing can stand up to it. I watch a lot of like Pokemon video essays lately. I've been doing my PokeTuber duty and watching other PokeTubers. Don't make me rewatch TFNS and like this again. I did that fairly recently. I'm Pokemon. I'm the grunchiest of the grunts. It's my fault though. So none of the warp panels. I get lost in this building. I haven't seen the break room in months. Help me. What do you think? Oh, desecrating the halls of my HQ? I did that recently. I like the TFS Nuzlocks. I think they're some of the finest Nuzlocks. They do increasingly get worse with each progressive one. Actually, that's not true. Leaf Green is Soul Silver is better than Leaf Green, and they do Emerald, and Emerald is alright until they get to Altaria. Actually, you know what? I want to see what people's thoughts on it now, because it's been a couple years. So, What do people feel about people cheating in Nuzlockes? Like, if they're doing a series and they cheat. Because, you know, anyone who's doing a Nuzlocke video upload series could just cheat. If they're not directly streaming it, they could just, like, reload when they lose a Pokemon. And TFS did that. TFS, like, they actually did it in a really dumb way. They could have gotten off scot-clean and nobody would have found out. But they did it in a way where, on the Winona fight, the Altaria wiped them, and they, instead of reloading their save like they should have done, they were like, well, fuck, we don't have time to grind new Pokemon right now. I believe it was like a business decision. Like, we have timelines to make. We can't grind new Pokemon right now. We can't grind a whole new team, and we don't have anything else on the release schedule. We have to keep doing Emerald. We just have to redo this boss battle and pretend we didn't lose it. And because somebody leveled up between the fights, people noticed. And then, like, the rest of that series is just a wash, because all the comments and all the comments of the commentary are just like addressing the fact that they cheated, and it just feels yucky for the rest of the series. And then basically that boss battle killed TFS Gaming, because it's not the same anymore. Grant and Kieran are gone, and like it doesn't have the same vibe what they are doing now, and it basically killed it. That is the point that whole channel started to tank because of that boss battle. Winona killed TFS Gaming because they had to cheat. Wasn't a big fan of it. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I defended them with a sense of entertainment. Yeah, she just kind of knows the points. Is kind of rudes the point. And I was like, I mean, yes, but if you're enjoying the story, I could get it from a production point of view. It's fine they aren't trying to make themselves look like a good player. They just use rare candies. I mean, yes, that's how much. Because that's my thoughts now. Because every modern Nuzlocke you see is like, I'm just gonna use rare candies. Grinding is the worst part of a Nuzlocke, so let's just not do it. But that was before that was a standard in place. It does kind of ruin the point of it. I can see it from a production point of view. Because if you're a big company, like, people's paychecks are on the line of them, like, continuing this Emerald series. Like, it was successful. They were making money. Granted, I think that's what kind of killed Team 4-Star in general, is because they became too big, and now people's paychecks are on the line, and they can't handle that kind of pressure with the scope of what they're doing. And then it kind of ballooned out and they crashed. But, you know, that's a whole other discussion. Good old coffee. But I agree. If I ever run a Nuzlocke on this channel, I'll probably just use rare candies. I'll probably just hack it. Restarting fights is a bit cringe. I mean, it was a bit cringe. No, don't get me wrong. They could have done it clean. Like, that's the worst part. They could have gotten away with it if they had just been a little smarter about it. If instead of just going back into the fight and then splicing the footage, if they had just, like, either admitted their loss and been like, hey, we have to keep going, and then just, like, gave themselves another life and tried again. Or if they had just, like, reloaded their save instead of cutting it, instead of, like, just coming back in. You know, I don't watch TFS near as much as I used to, but I'm gonna still defend them to my dying breath. I mean, that's fair. That's your right. I definitely think they used to be better. I have enjoyed their commentary series they've been doing on the newest Dragon Ball content. Like, they watched GT recently. I still think they're funny people. Kaiser and Lanny are a good combo. They have good ideas about anime and design and whatnot. Are you not gonna challenge me? Okay, cool. I'll just take your sludge bomb. Thinking that Nuzlockes are a self-imposed rule set, you should change what you think will be more fun for you. I mean, yeah. Way I give it for seeing that. Yeah, I do respect TFS. I don't want this to come out like, oh, I hate TFS, because no, I do respect them for what they did and what they continue to do. But it is a cautionary tale of sorts, one that's been oft repeated in the internet spaces, that the thing the raw core of the internet. No matter how much corporations buy into it, no matter how much money gets poured into it, the raw core of the internet and of YouTube, of the landscape, is dude in a basement making it work. The reason people like YouTube, like people will watch YouTube over Netflix. The reason people like it is because it feels homely. Because it feels real, it feels down to earth. It feels like this isn't a Hollywood elite. This isn't like some celebrity. This isn't a production that's bigger than life. This is a dude in his basement who likes Naruto and is just talking about it into a microphone. That's what it is. And that is the raw core of YouTube. And when you get away from that, you just don't feel the same. You don't feel like something I want to watch. And like, every big YouTuber has a team. I hate to break this to you. Like, if you're watching, if you're like, oh, not my Alpharad. My Alpharad doesn't have a big team. He does. The thing is, Alpharad knows how to, or I use Alpharad as an example because that's immediately what I thought of. Or like Jaden Animations, like the big animation channels, like absolutely, they have full fucking teams for everything they do because it's hard work to put together a YouTube video. I've been working on this Sun video for like a year at this point, and it's not even close. Like, because it's hard. It is hard to make YouTube content, and when someone is producing quality content a lot, often there's a team behind it. But you can do that without losing that feel. It's when it gets bloated that you lose that appeal to it. I did it for fun Nuzlocke series where I went through Gen 1 through 6, play one game from each gen as a hardcore Nuzlocke. It's fun, but that sounds fun. That does sound like a good old time. Did you like carry over any Pokemon from game to game? That'd be fun. Like your starter in the next game, you put it in the randomizer, and your starter in the next game is the Mon you won with in the previous one. Like your best Mon on your winning team. That could be fun. Doing Pokemon Red as a hardcore Nuzlocke is hilarious. You'd have to. Oh god, I would get too mad because Red is not really built for it. Red, you would need to like, cause like, if you would have to have Wrap on your team, you have to be the first one to use Wrap. It would be the only way to escape Wrap straps, because there are Pokemon in that game that are designed just to kill you. You just lose if you run into this Pokemon. Dazzling Gleam. I don't think I actually had that one yet. I do. Sludge Bomb on Horseradish, maybe. That might be a good move. Horseradish. Yeah. Yeah! Yeah, it's just better than Poison Jab. Sludge Bomb. Nice. Scald? Nope. Roar? Why would I want that on anybody? I haven't looked at these in a minute. Do I have Surf on somebody? No. Flash Cannon, already got that. Yeah, there's nothing else here. Giga Drain? Nope. Rock Slide? Rock Slide. I don't think I have a good rock move. I do. I have Rollout and Rotini. And I'm not going to replace that with Rock Slide. That's Rotini's signature move is Rollout. How am I going to get rid of that for Rock Slide? It's Rotini's whole thing is rolling. Yeah, you can't learn Rock Slide. It was Red without the funny glitches. Well, Gen 2, like the original Gen 2 in general, just has the worst, like... I like Gen 2. It has really bad difficulty design. It just doesn't have a difficulty curve. It just doesn't have one. Because, like, the last half of the game is all the same level, because they let you fight those gym leaders in any order. So the last half of the game is all the same level, except they don't... Gen 1 also does that, but Gen 1 gives you enough trainers that you can get up... By the time you're done with that whole thing, you are at the same level as the last gym leader you fight. In Gold and Silver, it's not even close. Like, actually, you are. You're at the same level the last gym leader, the first gym leader you fight, and then you don't have enough experience to get to Claire's level, not Claire, the 8th gym leader. Right, my hair is out from Gen 6 and 7. Gym 7 has lower level cap than Gen 6. That's So stupid. Roll isn't as good with the defense curl. I mean, yeah. But it's Routini's signature move. How could I take that from? You know what? You make an excellent salient point, Zesty Voyage. Why am I leaning on Curse when I could put all of my points? Wait, no. What are you doing right now? Routini. Oh, that's right. I'm so used to Pokemon Rogue. I was literally about to go into the menu and be like, learn moves. When you make a salient point, why am I putting points into Curse when I could put points into Defense, Curl, and Roll? I think originally my thought process was, what is your special attack? Your special attack actually isn't bad. I mean, it's not great. Oh, you are just a blob of stats, aren't you, Rotini? I think the thought process was I use Curse, and that can apply to Strength or Rollout. But what if instead of doing that, I just got Defense Curl? No, I'm going to keep Curse on him. Tell you what, for the Elite Four, I might pull out Defense Curl. That might be how I get through Bugsy. Not Bugsy, it's Aaron. The bug trainer, Aaron. How could I forget his name? Gen 6 also has a stupid, just keep rolling. What? Keep rolling. Oh, that could have been a double battle. Lame. Gen 3 was Gen 3, but Gen 4 was fun since speed up exists. Gen 5 was peak duh. Gen 6 was the biggest resident sleeper. Oh no, I've been loving this shit right here. What is happening right now, Brandon? Brandon, how many fingers am I holding up? If you said any, go to the hospital, because I don't have fingers. Just hair. Y'all fucking listen to Biscuit? Y'all fucking living to Biscuit? Light screen on Bran Flakes? Bran Flakes? Are you stupid? Are you crazy pills? Are you dumb? No. Magnet Rise, baby. Golbat. Gen 3 was Gen 3, but Gen 4. I feel like most of the time when I play a Nuzlocke, I end up doing Gen 3 because that's just one to get on my phone. And like Gen 3 has bad Pokemon variety for a Nuzlocke. It's usually not very exciting. Incorrect. I had a weird thing happen last night. I almost passed out of the gym. Ah, cool. The whole run of all of them was over. Oh, he lost in Gen 7. That one is a hard one in Nuzlocke. Like, even in just base Sun and Moon. Like, it's hard. There's some hard fights in that. And then Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I don't know if I would be able to get through a Nuzlocke of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That would be very difficult. It's just like Necrozma, like you have to be very specific in how you tackle Necrozma. Like you have to go in there with the plan. Same with like Lucamine. I lost to Lucamine. I think. Did I lose to Lucamine? I did in my playthrough. I lost to Lucamine. Lucamine's hard. Now, granted, I wasn't like building a Nuzlocke team. I was fucking around and goofing with chat, but you know. Silcoon. We're in the end game. Why do you have Silcoon? I know I'm beating my head against a brick wall. Felt lightheaded and my eyes were weird. Had plenty of water and food, so no idea what happened. I don't think you need to go to the doctor. That happens to you more often than I think is below worry. Necrozo's Focus Sash and Endeavor priority move. I mean, yes, but that is a specific strat. That's exactly what I was talking about. A specific strategy. You wouldn't be walking around with in a Nuzlocke with just Focus Sash, Endeavor, priority move. You would have that, especially for Necrozma. Hello, Pocket Man. That is, we have 6 Pocket Mans. Look at this gaunt gentleman. Hello, Lava Lightning. Welcome to the stream. Did you see the trailer? Lava Lightning. There was a trailer that came out last week. Of course, I'm talking about the Shrek 5 trailer. Did you see the Shrek 5 trailer? What are your thoughts on it? Hey, Dupiter Totem got me in the end. Dupiter is... That... Oh, that one is rough. Maybe? I don't think I did. Ah, well. Well then. I suppose that's the end of that. That scientist was paid a higher hourly hourly rate than the normal grunts here. Choices. Prizes. This seems like the way forward. Ah, no. There's a secret item. The Dupiter Totem is really hard too. That one also killed me in my run through. I mean, granted, it killed me in my run through because I was expecting big fish, wishy-washy, and instead I got Dupiter. Peek the mic. I'm gonna peek you. Sadly, nobody is hiring Pokemon scientists anymore these days. They tell us to go to college and they don't pay us well. We should start assassinating people. There's a secret item somewhere around here. It's in that room over there. This is just the box room. The box room. I think there's something in the back of my throat. I hope it's not a sick. That would suck. I've avoided getting sick for a long time because Tasha has the immune system of a puppy, and I've been trying not to get her sick. But I'm hoping I'm not like I'm finally fighting the ghost or giving up the ghost. Giving it to the ghost. Getting something in that box storage gotta be annoying. So right? Well, I mean, when you go through the warp, if you're like carrying like a 50-pound box of fine china to put in the storage room, and you go on the warp panel, Blueberry and Rotini hasn't had time in the sun recently. Let's get Rotini in there. If you're like carrying a 50-pound box of fine china, you go on the warp panel and you like fly up. Does the box also fly up, or are you still exerting like strength? Like, is it doing the lift for you? And in that case, why don't we just program these little lifts so that the box always... Why can't we program a system that automatically transports everything to the storage area? I'm asking the real questions here. I'm going to repeat. We are in the end game. We have 7 badges. Why are we still fighting Krogunks and Skunkies? That should be a Toxicroak and Skuntank. We're not doing baby shit no more. Do a little curse. We do a little cursing. They could use the door. What are you stupid? What are you, stupid flakes? Are you dumb pills? What are you talking about? Look at this door-pilled loser over here. Like, ooh, we can just use doors. What are you... Try thinking with your mind next time, alright? Try thinking of the future. You're stuck in the past. You're stuck in the ways of the door. That's what Big Door would tell you. It's all about undercutting, supplanting, replacing, firing federal employees. Power gem on that Stunky will be fine. Alright, it's time for rolling. Are there more doors or wheels? Oh god, this old debate. Let me think about it for a second. Yo, I was blowing my nose for a second and I had the mic muted so you didn't like hear me pop off. What the hell was that? What did that glam owl just pull out? Did you just see that and teleport me to a goddamn sex dimension? What was that? Are there more doors or wheels? I think the answer to that is wheels, right? No. Because almost everything that has wheels has a door. My nose bleeding? Dude, that's so cool. That would be so cool, except for the fact that it's the itty bitty little kitty. With one paw sticking out. It's really funny looking. Hang on. I think the answer to this is wheels. No. It's basically asking because, like, unlike a car, there's 4 doors and 4 wheels. Although sometimes there's more than 4 doors. But not everything with wheels has doors. It's basically asking, are there more motorcycles and wheelbarrows or houses? And I think the answer is houses? I'm gonna say doors. If you stack 2 lasagna on top of each other, how many lasagnas do you have? That's 1 lasagna. Easy clap. And honestly, it's 0 lasagnas. Already gone. I already ate it. Cabinet doors and stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's interior doors too. Yeah, there's way more doors than wheels. Way more. There shouldn't be, though. We should really have a more open community. More inviting. A bigger table. I love how my little icon changes when I change my outfit. I put on my stylish infiltration gear, and look, my backpack icon also changed with it. It's the Ultra Ball backpack. It's cool. There's like trains and stuff. Yeah, but trains also have doors. They're still adding doors. For every... I mean, what? Trains have what? One car has 4 pairs of 2 wheels, but that car also has at least 2 doors adjoining both ends of it. Unless it's not... I'm thinking of a transport train, but if it's a cargo train, it wouldn't be like that. Although maybe it would. No, I think I'm going to stick with doors. I guess there's also like there's a lot of countries that would have like wheelbarrows, but no. I'm getting lost in the sauce of this question. Like countries that would have like wheelbarrows, but no doors. But I don't think it'd be enough to supplant like the sheer amount of doors. But like an office has like a... Is there a hidden item over there? There is. Wait, no. It's not over there. It's over here. The rare candy. And like right now, I'm looking at my sliding door, and that has wheels on it. You know what? Wheels. I don't know what I was thinking. There's got to be more wheels. There's got to be more wheels. Because in the house, there's also a bunch of wheels. Like, think about every rolling thing you have. Your fridge probably has wheels. Your my desk over there has wheels. My chair has 5 of them. Yeah, no. In this office, there's at least 20 wheels and 2 doors. You know what? You're right. You're right. It's wheels. It's gotta be wheels. Lock in. Alright, time for a battle. That man really said, "Not now, I'm mewing." Let's see. Must be the trainer I've been hearing about. A foolhardy one that's trying to stand up to Team Galactic. Although I'd hardly expected to see that the trainer's a mere child. I heard that the commander's had a rough time with you. I know why you're here. I can sense it in you. It's about Uxie, Mesper, and Azov, correct? You want to save them. I no longer have any need for them. I am finished with them. If your heart aches to save them, go right ahead. I could care less. You'll save me the trouble of disposing of them. And I must say, you're a remarkable person. This Pokemon have nothing to do with you, do they not? But you still came to rescue them. Out of pity? Such pitifully useless emotions. It's illogical and irrational. Pity and compassion are products of the weak and lacking human heart. You are compelled to come here by such vacuous sentimentality. I will make you regret paying heed to your heart. All our Cyrus disappeared when I found out he was like 20... 25?! What?! Homie can't even rent a car and he's mad about it. Dude, homie really just needs to get laid. He's got the same problem that we do in our current politics. He's just the dude that needs to get laid, and he's making it everyone else's problem. I have found out that BDSP's art style is just my Sims. I really hate that you said that. That's the motherfucker that switches out my active Pokemon with a damaged benched one. No, that's the victory bell, you idiots. Okay, but like, can we talk about how much Riz his command animation has? He probably won't get another one. Oh, he will. He will get another one. When he told that Golbat to use Bite, he dipped his head back a little bit. It had a lot of Riz going on. There was a lot of aura. Dude, this fucking Rick Sanchez looking motherfucker. Super Saiyan 3 Rick Sanchez looking motherfucker. What's he doing on my screen right now, bro?
My last Pokemon.
Well, we'll never see the attack animation ever again because this game doesn't have it. Oh. Oh, yo? Oh, it's Citrus Berry. Dude, okay, there is a lot of aura in that command animation. It's real good. I like it. But of course, you're boosting. Let's see. Let me lose this pace continues. Well, you know you're allowed 6 of them motherfuckers, right? You got 3. And one of them's not fully evolved. 2 of them are not fully evolved. So, you know, maybe get on that. Actually, all 3. All 3 of your Pokemon are not fully evolved. What? Cyrus, we are at Gym 8! Why is that thing not a Honchkrow? Ugh. You see, you are indeed strong. The base of your power is your compassion towards Pokemon. How wasteful. Such emotions are but mere illusions. And like all illusions, they fade over time. Hang on, I gotta experiment with this guy's voice. Like all illusions, they fade over time. Until death banishes them forever. That's why I've abandoned all emotions as useless sentimentality. Actually, he's 25. That's why I've abandoned all emotions as useless sentimentality. Doesn't matter. Don't you ever understand my position? That said, I recognize that you are strong, courageous to come alone. This is your reward. A Master Ball. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you the tool you need to thwart me later. Okay, bye! Dude, Diamond and Pearl suck. That's not even a BDSP thing. That's just Diamond and Pearl. You wish to save the Pokemon from the leaks. Take the war panel ahead. I'm off to Mount Coronet. That's correct. Mount Coronet, where you and I first met. I'll descend the mountain to its peak and then put an end to everything. No. I'll bring about a new beginning to everything. I want to play with this computer. I'm so glad they have these computers to do all their terrorisms on. What do they do at Galactic HQ? Oh, this music! This music is cool. It's creepy. It's eerie. It fits this. It only plays in this room. It's wild. I got a question. What are they? What's that? What do they got in green tanks here? Why they got the booger in the tank? What's that about? Why they got the green glob? Green goblin. Anyway, good song. Cyrus really is just Robbie Rotten. Cyrus really do just be the Hamburglar. Can't say anything on defense. That thing we made. What's it gonna be used for? Hi, hope the stream's going well. Love me some BDSP. Hi, Rat Mom. Welcome to the stream. We just killed a Rick Sanchez. Ooh, see, on the side it appears to be suffering with its eyes squeezed shut. Vesper seems to be suffering with his tail is twitching. Oh no. Poor babies. Azelf used Mind Arrow. It was not very effective on its own. It's only like 20 damage. Anyways, a planet attacked me? You came all the way here just to save some Pokemon. That's not anything new. I can't say I understand a boss. I don't let a kid like you come and go so freely. We, Team Galactic, take all that we need and eliminate what we do not. Anyway, we've taken the trouble to come. Let me welcome you. Consider it payback for you insulting me at the lake. Yeah, okay. Whatever, dude. Don't you give me that look like you didn't get your ass clapped. About to happen again, too. Dude, Sephiroth's absolutely using Supernova in the background. Go on, Booberry. Oh, look at you. 14 levels lower. This game sucks. Eat my Shadow Ball, dick. Oh, what an obstacle. Remember when Pokemon games had level curves? It's just, I know I've belabored this point a lot, but like all tension is sucked out of this moment because I am level 52. I did not grind. I want to remind, there's video evidence. You could go back and look at all the streams. There's video evidence. I didn't grind. I didn't go out of my way to grind. I didn't even fight every trainer. I avoided a lot of trainers. This game was not built for the experience share. They took all the levels, didn't curve them at all. They didn't curve the levels at all. They just, to accommodate the new equipment that came in the remake, they just slapped the experience all in there, didn't give you an option to turn it off, and then didn't adjust the level curve at all. Now you have a team of level 52 Pokemon swinging through the end game with nothing. Oh. Why am I gonna play a real RPG like Y2K? You're tough, kid. I'd like to, but I still pity the likes of you. What makes you so tough? Fine. Do what you want with these 3 Pokemon. Press the button on the machine to set them free. I hope this button doesn't actually do something nefarious. It wouldn't, right? Isn't that why you came? I don't know why I'm trusting you, but I like the cut of your jib. No. When is Bigby gonna start yicking out? Don't, the court ordered you never to ask me that. Wait, does it not betray me? Our boss crafted a red chain from the crystals he took from the 3 Pokemon. The red chain is what you need to shackle something about Coronet. That's all I know. Who knows what he's planning to do up there? I want to play a real game like Garage Band, Bad Dreamer. When am I gonna start playing a real game like Roblox? Hey, I got a real question. Real question. Realist fucking talk. Why are these 2 tanks not aligned? Look at this. These are aligned. These are aligned. These are aligned. These are aligned. Oops! What's that about? This game's so bad. This game's worse than a poopy sandwich on wheat bread. What time is it? Oh, it seems like it's... Come on, kids, tell me what time it is. You know it is. It's underground time. You're right, kids. It's underground. Can we ban Tasha from chat? It's underground time. Last session, we unlocked a new underground area. Because now we have access to Snowpoint City. There is a unique underground area in Snowpoint. So I figure we spend the next 40 minutes or so doing that. Because I don't want to fight the Pink Man in this stream. Unfortunately, we're not doing that today. We're not going to fight the Pink Man in this stream. You can't align all the science orbs or else you cause a cascade resonance effect. I can't align all the green globs or the world can't handle it. Is that what it is? Ugh. Okay. How do I... Yeah, underground. Which mode would I like to enter and play it alone? Actually, does anybody in chat have BDSP on them right now? I could play it online if you want to join in. And thought, you know what? Here, I'm going to go up. I'm going to be underground for the next couple minutes. If someone has the game on their person, or you know someone who does and has access to Snow Point City, I'm gonna go underground with a code. I would like to play on the internet. Still never played a Pokemon. Don't start with this one. This is a bad one to start with. I'd like to enter the ground. I'll do it with the link code. Link code will be 62233226. Don't start playing Pokemon. It's a drug. It really truly is. I'm gonna type it in the chat and pin it. 33226. Boop. I'm gonna pin that bitch. Pinned. There. If anyone jumps into the stream in the next couple minutes, like, I want to play underground. Now they can. It truly is a drug. You stop feeling something after a while, but you keep coming back. That's new. Look, it's a different color. That makes it very different. Do you need Nintendo Online to use the internet in Grand Underground? I think so. I believe so. I don't think you need, like, online premium, but I think you do need base online at least. Damn, we got nothing in the cash register. Wait. Cost of the PSP. God damn. For this, you deserve jail time, not money. Smash Brothers, bro. Anyone remember the Baku series? Remember when boneless was a thing? I remember. I'm an old fogey. Do you get to wear different outfits in this game? Yeah, mostly you need Nintendo Online. Yeah, you do get to. Look, I'm wearing a different outfit right now. It's exciting. Yeah, you don't get to like build. You don't get to build outfits. Dad, what are you doing here? Can I get that pizza boneless? Baku series. Quality series of video. Very of its time, but very quality. Why is Dad in this? I've already caught Dad once. Dad, I told you to stop playing around in the caves. Oh, Dad, I didn't know you had transitioned. Do I still call you Dad? That's... Is that... How do you... Okay, so you have a parent, right? You got a mom or a dad. And they... With all the people coming out and transitioning nowadays, they feel a little more safe. Like, you know what? I'm going to live my true self. I've never really felt very much like a man. I, your father, am going to come out as transgender while you're an adult. What do you then call them? Do you still call them dad? Because that's masculine. Do you call them mom? That didn't feel right. What do I do? I love trans dad. I guess it would depend on what the parent wants to be called. I guess that would be my answer. That like most things, it's very straightforward. Just call them what they want to be called and not be a dick. I suppose that makes sense. I do like Miss Magius. Miss Magius is fun. I don't think I've ever run with the Miss Magius before, but I do like Miss Magius. Well, I'm proud of you for being yourself, Dad. Truly, and I mean that. And for that, I'll call you... Mom? Perfect. Ice Cavern. Spooky Ice Cavern. If I transition, I want my adult kids to call me boy mom. What a sentence. I think I've seen that like on the back of somebody's car as a bumper sticker. It's so nice. After all the time we spent in the underground, it's so nice to be in a new area of it. See some new stuff. See some new mons. Find some new little guys. There's a Chingling. If I transition, call me Knees Duts. You got it. I'll be the first. I'll go down with you to the office to get your name legally changed to Knees Duts. Be right there with you. Oh, we are not. We are streaming next week. We're not streaming 2 weeks from now because I am going into battle. I'm going to my hair nest in. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this. Yeah, there wasn't enough space left. Knees duds. Yeah, I'm going to the land of Hair, Florida, my hair nest, to visit my hair father, and probably do battle about it. I haven't really talked a lot with him because he consumes a lot of right-wing media, so inevitably there will be politics in the conversation, no matter how much we try to avoid it. And I haven't talked to him, but he's gonna have opinions, and it's gonna be hard to swallow. Yeah, Tasha's coming with me. I'm nervous about it too, but it'll be nice. They have a dog that I haven't seen in a long time. I'm really excited to see. My little buddy Murtaugh. Excited to see him. He's gone blind. It makes me sad. He wasn't my childhood dog. He was a dog we got my freshman year of college. But I've known him since he was a puppy. He's one of those dogs that, like, is an asshole. Like, objectively, he's kind of like a cat. Like, if you look at him objectively, you probably shouldn't love him as much as I do. But I do. Because my Stockholm has completely kicked in on him. He's just an asshole. He screams at you if you don't scratch his butt. In fact, if you look on my video channel, you can see a video of just him screaming, like a video compilation, a snap I took of him screaming. Large spheres. Oh, what you got? What you got, big boy? Sludge bomb, no thanks. Rock tomb, no thanks. Assad, energy ball actually is pretty good. Let me get an energy ball. Honestly, I can probably use that. I can probably use 2 of those, to be honest. Let me get 2 of those. It's pretty good. Anything else? I want the extra large spin back pedestal. That sounds good. Oh, I need 40. 40? Damn, dude. All right, what else you got? Nope. Okay. See you around. I'm calling it for the night, gang. All right, have a good sleep. Do watch out for the Scraggle Gromber who sleeps in your closet and eats your toes. Licks your toenails right off like it was a lollipop. Hello, little guy. Hello, little friend. Terrible cryptid deer. I'm trying. It's not easy to come up with. Oh, I guess I should have called it the Toe Devil, and that would have been fine. Same pitch, but I'm calling it the Toe Devil now. Suddenly, Good Mythical Morning is making a video about it. Oh, look at that. I'm prolific. Oh, hello. Hello, little green friend. The ever-present truth of this game is that the underground, always nice. Can never get enough of this. Even after a whole stream of just underground, I really enjoyed it. I mean, now that I have most of the Pokemon in the underground, it's kind of lost its luster a little bit, and like my team is full, so I'm not trying to fill slots anymore. Man, it's still fun. And you know, it's only going to get better. The Grand Underground is inevitable. After the Elite Four, we might have a whole nother stream that is just Grand Underground, because I know there's going to be more stuff in the Grand Underground after the Elite Four. Maybe. We kind of did the Underground stream shtick already. We'll just see. We'll see what there is. I'm not quite sure what the post-game of this is going to look like, because again, I have memories of the post-game of Diamond and Pearl, but I have trouble sifting what's Diamond and Pearl memories and what's Platinum memories. So like, I know that the Battle Frontier isn't going to be as grandiose as it is in my head, because that was a Platinum change. That was something they did in Platinum to make the Battle Frontier, you know, 5 buildings, 5 facilities. I think this game just has the Battle Tower. If it even has that, because like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire didn't have the Battle Tower. I am going to do the post game. As much of it as is reasonable. I'm not going to, like, do anything that's, like, super grindy. Like, unless... I'm probably not going to, like, fill out the villa, if that's still a thing you get. I'm not going to fill the Pokedex. Like, I'm sure there's a Pokemon you get for filling the Pokedex. I'm not going to do that. If there's, like, a Delta episode equivalent, I'll do that. I doubt it. I doubt there is. Yeah, I don't know what the postgame of this looks like, but I'm going to do everything that is reasonable in it. Pretty box. Pretty box with the Steelix in it. He needs a dentist. Is the villa, okay, the villa is a platinum only thing. See, again, I don't remember. Because I have a lot of memories of playing around in Gen 4 postgame, but I don't remember if those memories are platinum or diamond and pearl. And because this uses diamond and pearl and distinctly not platinum, I don't know what's up and what's down. How's everyone's Fat Tuesday been? Oh yeah, it is Fat Tuesday. We do have Lent coming up. Like last year, if you'll remember last year, I was like, I'm going gluten-free and vegan. And this year I am only doing vegan because that was really hard last year. I wouldn't recommend it unless a doctor tells you that you need to be gluten-free and vegan. If you want to make one of those changes, for sure, make one of those changes. Probably not gluten-free unless a doctor tells you to, but I'm going to go vegan. By all means, go vegan. But don't do both if you can avoid it, because it is difficult to do both. I'm going to go on this big question mark. Tasha is going to give up sugary treats. It's going to be a fun couple of months. Snover! I have a Snover, right? Didn't I call him, like, Mr. Obunga? I think I have a Snover. Do I have a Snover? Why am I checking this thing when I have my entire team in my pocket? Yeah, I got one. What did I call him? Klondike Bar! Oh, that's right. I forgot I was doing the food thing. Oh, well, Mom isn't food. Goop, noodle, tomato, chowder, honeygram, lean, soup, fudge, yeah, mashed taters, Chardonnay, Taco Bell, broccoli, gorgonzola, chow mein, eggplant, squart, kaza, fondue, rock salt, fief, rhubarb, ramen, wormgur, parmesan, parsley, sandwich, Gaelic, marjoram, butter, legume, soy boy, burger, slime, thyme, slime time, cayenne. Did I do 2 cayennes? Oh, I'm an idiot. For Lent, I am giving up. That's the spirit. Penny, that's not food. Umami, borscht, escargot, bug juice, honeydew, tiramisu. How fun. I got one joke. Name the fire Pokemon after a pepper. Not even chili. Leftovers? Well, fuck. I'm glad we did this. Damn. All right. Leftovers is, that's gonna be Rotini's item, I guess. Or barbecues? Probably barbecues. No, let's give it to Rotini, because that gives him more space with which to build up. I have 2 leftovers! This fucking game, dude. Drives me bonkers. Oh, yeah, sure. Both of you have leftovers. Take them. I'll give the Shell Bell to KD, because Metronome is kind of duty. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Oh, I can't surf in cold water. Wait, so is Snowy Cave and Icy Cave 2 different types of cave? Huh. Because look, this is a combination of Snowy Cave and Icy Cave. There's a rock slide. Nice. Already had one of those, but it's good to have another one. Ah! Jesus! Okay, I can swim on ice. I just didn't do it good the first time. Oh no, I'm pinned. I'm pinned by the Snover. Alright, cool. Good items. Good items all around. Time was up. Still got some time. How is everyone? I usually use these segments as an AMA, but I'm gonna ask you something. How are you? How are you feeling? Vibe check, homie check. How is everybody? Don't say fine. No, you're lying. Come talk to Dr. Bigby. I don't have a degree, but I do have a DP. Really good if I went to break after saying that. How are the vibes? Are they immaculate? Are they unsettling? The unsettling vibrations. Hello. Oh, I'm Guy. Bye. Alright, Guy. How many trainers do I have to talk to before I get this dang spear to him? Vibes are, we live in a society. That do be true. Can't deny that one. We are, in fact, in a society. Can't deny that. Every day I'm reminded of the society we live in. It really do be crazy watching democracy fall in real time. It's going wild. The tariffs finally went into effect today. Or the tariffs finally went into effect today, so the megs should be coming down any second. Any second now. Oh, hey, there's a blue shard. I don't think I have a blue shard yet. Vibes are not good. Unemployment seems unending. I feel you, brother. I assume. Just... I wish I had some advice for you, but it sucks. Shit sucks right now. I wish I had more for you. I have told you in the past that it might be a good something to look into. Might be a temporary position, because most of those are like at ski resorts or places where the rich frolic, and those aren't going anywhere. And they're also a good like excuse to get away. Sometimes it drives you across the country, and then you meet a ghost, and now you live in her house. Could be good. They're always hiring. It's not the best work in the world, but they are always hiring. I got caught on a frozen plant. But I wish I had more advice for you. Like it'd be rough out in these streets. Worked for a temp agency for 1 sec and seasonal jobs. Yeah, I did too. When I first moved to the Pacific Northwest, I had a seasonal job, but it was exhausting. That's the problem with it. It is not good work. It is work, and if you're desperate for work, it is work. But it's not good work. Definitely grunt work. Bars for working at a church are pretty low. Oh, wait, rest. Oh. My advice is drink water, don't forget to keep a hobby, and do your best. That's true. A hobby is good. It does help. And getting, if possible, getting some exercise keeps you from going insane. I was employed for a good minute, and I channeled all my free time into exercising. Now, once I got a job, I fell off my exercise regimen. But at that time, I was doing real good with my exercise. That was when I was at my peak, my absolute peak. Hobbies, all my hobbies cost money, unfortunately. What about throwing rocks at the homeless? Or like you buy one game of Monopoly. I've been learning how to draw recently. Oh, that's awesome. What are you using to learn how to draw? Are you using like a Skillshare course? I tried to do that at one point. At one point, I want to take another crack at learning to draw again. I did take a Skillshare course, but I think I took one that was too advanced because it started like one session was like, all right, today we're drawing shapes. Your homework is here's how you draw this shape, here's this draw shape, like identify shapes and natural objects. I was like, okay, I'm starting to understand where to go from that. And like, okay, well, your homework is to draw these shapes like 100 times, like draw 100 circles and draw a bunch of triangles, like get good at drawing the basic shapes. I'm like, okay, I did that, and I got, you know, I did the homework, and I loaded up the next course, and next course like, okay, today we're drawing a sewing machine. I'm like, well, that's not, I think we skipped something between draw a circle, now draw a sewing machine. I've been drawing things in Notebook for the time. Okay, that's awesome. Truly, that is a very valuable skill. Even as our world hurtles to an AI nightmare, being able to create something, like, legitimately will... One day, after the craze of AI passes, if you are able to actually draw something with a pen and paper, like, that will become an invaluable skill. You'll be like a wizard, because everyone will have lost that skill because everyone just uses AI. And then... it looks like garbage, so you want something unique, something that isn't regurgitated, and so you go to a real artist and they have skill. That's a good skill to learn right now, is drawing. Heck, play your cards right. One day, Bigby will be looking for artists. I've always thought, like, if I got big enough to be able to do merch, I think a fun merch thing would be a calendar. And then to have a different artist do each month. So there's a calendar with Bigby in a bunch of different styles. Or like one month could be the cats. Merch idea, Bigby wig. Yeah. You squeeze it and it says, "Wear me." I'm in your skin. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, it's kind of like Tasha's parents always get her a calendar every year, which I know sounds on the surface like it'd be a boring gift, but it's always like really interesting. Last year she got like an artist she really likes. I don't remember the name of it, but I'm sure she's about to type it. This year she got a bunch of cryptids, which is like her comfort hobby. Vicky Sai. That was last year's, and it was beautiful artwork every month. And then this year she's got cryptids, which are really good. But the calendar lists Bigfoot and Sasquatch as different, which I guess they kind of are. Not really. A calendar would be a fun merch thing. I think a wig would be good. I hadn't thought of that, but a wig does seem like a slam dunk. I think a plush, that seems to be the popular thing now, is every YouTuber has a plush. But like, look at me. Don't you want to squeeze me? Don't you want to hug me while you sleep? I am plush shaped. I would be great as a plush. One is more Canada and one is more USA. I see. One like syrup. Bigby plushie win. Well, I just saw PM Seymour fail a plushie campaign, so not anytime soon. That guy is like a prolific voice actor and couldn't get enough for a plush. And like, I sure as shit ain't about to. But one day maybe. Should the fates be willing. Little spheres. Little sphere for me. Just a couple spheres. Not much. Not much in the mines today. It's all an icicle plate. That's about it. About it. Another whiteout cave. Any items in here? There's less items in these caves in the snow point section. I'm noticing there were a couple. Oh wait, was there a dawn stone? Did I pick one of those up? I'm so in Poke Rogue or Emerald Rogue mode that I just like I'm picking up these items and immediately my brain is like, oh, I don't need a dust stone. I don't have a chandelure in my party, so I don't need a dust stone. I do want to learn programming exclusively weird programming that's not commercially viable, like obscure dialects of BASIC and 6502 and 1802 assembly programming. I mean, that you would be surprised. You would probably find a market for that. There are companies that need like weird programming projects. That's a very good chaotic energy. Why don't you just program more money? I mean, you could theoretically, if you want to learn more programming. I know there are like, well, I'm specifically thinking of HTML coding, which you probably already have down, and also probably isn't what you're looking for. But I do know there are free coding courses, like online, because the good thing about coding as a hobby and programming is that most programmers are like, they like open source shit. Most programmers understand the struggle and will just give you shit for free. Yeah, I'll trade. Are you just the same guy? You're just the same guy. Like they like spreading the good word of what they got and are willing to just put stuff out there for free. Because half of coding is like, hey bro, forgive me, I saw your coding. Oh yeah, that's not my code. I saw it for somewhere else. This coding is a very communal skill. It's kind of like video editing. Like, you run into a problem and there's probably a solution somewhere online because it's very communal. So you could probably do something to further your education in it if that's something you still want to pursue without paying any money for it. Yeah. I mean, that's how I know a very little bit about coding. Not a lot, but I know a little bit about coding. My original like exposure to it was StarCraft, literally StarCraft 2 maps. The custom campaign manager lets you do like a script editor, and I learn how scripts work and still carry that knowledge of how scripts work with like a trigger system through the StarCraft 2 editor because I wanted to make maps, and so I just looked up shit about how to do it, and now it's just something I have in the back of my mind of like if-then statements and conditions and effects. Like I just understand it. I have a paltry understanding of how game programming works because of like an editor, like a free little thing that came with a game. I just have money for more solder. I would do an RCA 1802 based kit. So I haven't assembled yet, but no money. Yeah, solder is a bit expensive. You probably could do something. Tasha keeps telling me to market this skill, and I bet it's something you could figure out as well, knowing your background. I have a little niche skill that I don't get to use a lot. Sorry out there, no money. I want to go back to the barter system. I'll give you 3 turnips for 1 1802 RCA based kit. A little skill that I have that I don't get to flex much is I am a VCR technician because right as the pandemic hit, I was working at a place and they refused to just let us go home and just be on salary. So they were like, oh, we got to give you something to do, even though I was working rentals at the time. Like I was working events, and there weren't events because the pandemic had just started. And so they were like, oh, we got to give you something to do. Bigby, I have these old VHS tapes of my son's soccer game, and they're broken. Can you fix them? I was like, yeah, I can fix them. I'm sure I could figure out how to fix them. And so I like dug into them and like dug into VHS players, and now I, unlike many people in my age bracket, understand how to fix VHS tapes and VCR players. So I'm sure, and like Tasha's told me I should market that. Yeah, if you let me admin you could be hustling. I'll let you admin me. As long as I don't get into the adminning, I'm cool with that. Just go for it. Give me a client and I'll do it. I hate the sales part of running my own business. But yeah, you could probably learn like a niche skill like that, because there are old technologies that are still out there that if you learned them, you could probably make a mint being one of the only people with the ability to work on them. They aren't that complicated. They really aren't. Like, if dumb old Bigby could figure it out, they really aren't that complicated. It's, I don't know the name. I just, like, tried to picture it. I'm like, okay, here's how the whole system works, and I have to communicate how the system works. And literally the words that came to my brain to spit at you were like, okay, so you get, like, the rolly thing, and that feeds into this thing, and that loads in the tape, and that can get jammed in this on this or that. So to do that, you just kind of replace that, and then... I mean, I already know how to do soldering. Yeah, exactly. Soldering is another good skill that can just be generally applied in a lot of places. I'm less experienced on soldering, but I have soldered. I have done a solder or two in my life. Tension rollers. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Physical media is coming back. Another thing I learned how to do, I'm gonna say some illegal stuff, so nobody tell the police what I'm about to tell you. For Tasha, for Christmas last year, one of Tasha's comfort shows is Bee and Puppy Cat. But there has never been a physical release of it, and it's hard to find online legitimately. And so I wanted to get her a physical copy of Bee and Puppy Cat. And I was going to, because it's on Netflix. I think still. I was like, I'm going to get her a physical copy of Bee and Puppy Cat. There's not one available. They never released one officially. So I figured out how to make a DVD menu and how to like store stuff on a DVD and like make a DVD out of, I was going to, using dubious means that are technically in a legal gray area. I was like, yeah, okay, I can make a DVD menu doing this. I can take these episodes from here, and I can put them all on DVD, and I can make her a physical copy of Bee and Puppy Cat. And then before I went through all the process of buying all the stuff to do that, I realized I went online like, oh, somebody else has already done that, and I can just buy an illegitimate copy. But I did like research that, and I had a process. I would need to look at it again to like relive it. That's another thing, like a little skill that people probably would be looking for. I bet you have some skill that you could probably market into a career. You just gotta figure out what it is. You're a smart boy, I've seen you, smart lad. You could turn one of your many little skills. Didn't you like program I think you programmed rock, paper, scissors into something, right? Like on something really basic? Or like you got like there was a while in our group chat that you're in that you were just like every day you were posting like, oh, I got this Magnavox Odyssey to sing Carol of the Bells, and I was like, ah, neat, cool. I don't know how you did that. You're speaking a different language, but I'm happy for you. You'd be surprised in the market there is for that. Even if you don't want to turn to like a business, you could probably turn it into a lucrative TikTok career. People love watching shit like that. Just getting funny shit to run on funny shit. There is a subset of TikTok that would love that. That would eat that up. Or YouTube. I'm not going to be able to get this blue, am I? Nope. Remember, I did something like coin toss program and took right scissors running through RCA Basic 3, running my HTML member chip card, which is homebrew 8-bit computer. See, I didn't understand anything you just said, but it is cool. What time is it? We could do a couple more little digs. Do a dig or two before it's time for me to feed the children. Actually, was there something in that cave? Anything interesting in here? Easel, Mr. Mime, Bronzor. I do love the underground. Yeah. But it do be hard out in these streets. I feel for you. I wish I had more concrete solution for you. Oh, my pack stamina just renewed. Well, here. Let's dual wield here. Let's dual wield Pokemon games. Old program limited on a DOI computer based on old processor. H is fascinating. Basically came fourth in a 2-horse race. It is interesting to see old technology that people had so much faith in that just never came to fruition. I'm going to open a TCGP pack right here on stream. You're not going to be able to see it, but I'll narrate it to you. It'll be exciting. You're going to love it. And the whole time I'm going to be I'm gonna dig. It's gonna be like watching Family Guy footage while you're looking at your TikTok. You know, I'm just gonna have a little Family Guy live stream best moments. Meg Griffin playing in the side of the stream for your brain rot to appease it. It's like having a little bit of Subway Surfers with your Subway. Triumphant Light. We're opening Triumphant Light today, babies. Bink. The box. The box! Alright, we got a Meryl. I think that does give me a prize, because I think that's my third Meryl. We got a Snorlax, which is new for me. Looks like we do have a fancy card. Phanpy, Haunter, Carnivine with the Power Link. Got Power Link, Carnivine. Alright. Good job. Thank you for joining me on that while I was digging. I've been trying to look for IT work. I have IT experience. Just no one who is hiring for IT will even contact me back. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Which is, you'd think it'd be easy to get an IT job because everywhere needs IT. Literally everywhere needs IT. Please, I know how to fix printers. I understand AD, LDAP groups, email protocols. I can do registry editing. Please, just hire me as a tier 1. I know more than most of the people. Yeah, exactly. Are you looking for like? Are you looking to be on like mass IT, like a company that does IT work? Because I know from experience that, especially in the area where you live, there's a lot of churches, and you say that shit to a church, they got no idea what you're talking about. You can convince them to give you $40,000 a year for basically doing anything. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that. That threatens my line of work, but it is true. Or like freelancing that out to multiple like small businesses in the area. Like, I'll be your IT guy, and then you just got to undercut like the big companies. You can probably do that because there's probably a lot of like businesses in your area that need IT work, but they only work with like older computer systems. So you could probably, you know, work your magic on those. Yeah. That is a shame. Don't give up, though. The dawn shall come eventually. There might even be a revolution. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, that's very frustrating. To be in that position. I have a job now that I'm not super satisfied with, but like every time I'm like, I should leave this job. It's like, okay, but is this job worse than the hell that is hunting for jobs? Because it is a hellish experience. So like, I feel you. All right. Let's do one more dig, and then I'm going to stop and feed children, and then we'll come back, and we'll go up the mountain, and then we'll stop before we fight the pink guy. That sound good? Blue. Anything else? Just a blue? We're just ending on a blue. Oh, there's a pink right there. It is the ghosting that hurts the hardest. Like, I've heard stories of people like, oh yeah, this job I applied to a year ago finally sent me a rejection email. Ah, thanks, dude. And a big problem that's in the job market right now is, like, people will use AI to sift through like resumes right now. So oftentimes your resume doesn't even pass like a human eye if you're just applying blankly. There we go. Green, red, blue. That's what we need. That's a better spot to end on. Alright, well that's that. I'm gonna unpin that comment now, because it's no longer gonna be applicable. And I am going to feed children, and I hope you'll join me when we come back after those children have been fed, because they are currently eating Tasha's face. Oh god, no! No, she doesn't taste good! Back at it again. Where am I? Back in the game. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Alright. The rest of the stream is going to be climbing up this dang mountain. Grip it and rip it. That's what I'm talking about. Gripping it up. Yeah. It's going to be going up this dang mountain. And then however long that takes, that's going to be the rest of the stream. I'm not going to fight Pink Guy today. So that's the rest of the stream. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Let's do a little rip, do a little hit. I got my orange cream Coca-Cola and an ice cold glass. Tasha does this thing. It's a little life hack. A little life hack for all you life hack heads out there. She does this little thing where you don't get ice in the glass because it waters down the drink. It melts, it waters it down. But you get a frosted glass, like you get a thick glass, like they put beer in, like a pint glass. You put it in the freezer, and then you pour your drink in that. Makes your Coca-Cola nice and frosty. Doesn't water it down. That's just Bigby life hacks for you. That's just come to subscribe for more Bigby life hacks. You know what I'm saying? There's an ether in the rock. Ether in the rock. Another Bigby life hack for you. I remember going through this dungeon when I was a little chillin'. I was just a little mini hair. A little eyelash. Trying to make it in the world. I remember going through this dungeon specifically with an Infernape that had a grass knot. And I don't think I had anything else substantial. I think I had like maybe a Staraptor. Because Diamond and Pearl came out like after I was into Pokemon, but before I like got Pokemon. They came out in 2005, 2006. So I wouldn't have even been, I would have been 10. I would have been 10. I remember going through Emerald my first time and like having my starter and a Xatu I caught in the Safari Zone. And Rayquaza. And that was about it. I don't remember having a very substantial team. I think I had like a Electrode on my team. I don't think I ever deleted my original Pokemon Sapphire. So I should like go load that GBA cart up at some point and see what I have in the Hall of Fame. It wasn't good. It was bad. I think I got like a Sharpedo that I needed specifically to beat Tate and Liza. I don't know. I have like early... It's hard to remember how I played Pokemon before I was like conscious of how to play Pokemon. Because by the time Platinum came around, I started getting this habit of like, okay, when I'm going in, I'm going to go in with a team. I'm going to go in with an idea of who I want to be on my team. Because like at one point, I did get a strategy guide for Red, Blue, and Yellow. And I started picking out like, okay, I'm going to go through all the Pokemon in this like all the Pokemon page. I'm going to pick out what I'm going to have on my team. And that's going to be my team. And that's generally when I'm playing Pokemon just to play it. Not for a video or for a stream or anything like that. When I'm playing Pokemon just to play it, that's generally how I play it. Is I pick out what my team is going to be beforehand, and then I catch it. And I usually pick one or two that are going to be a little bit of a pain to catch, because it's part of the fun of Pokemon. If I start with Pokemon, I would like the dumb little kid who knows nothing experience. I'm the farthest from min-maxing you can get. I mean, it will cater to that. If you want to get into it, I know you have a decent computer. I would recommend... Mr. Miyamoto, look over there, don't listen. I would recommend getting an emulator for one of the DS titles, and then playing Black and White or Platinum are probably the best ones to start with. That's what I would say. Not Black and White 2. Don't start with Black and White 2. Platinum or Black and White, or Heart Gold or Soul Silver. One of those would be good too. A good place to start. I don't know. Chat. I don't know who all is in chat right now. I have a totally not hack that wouldn't even need an emulation. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yarhar and a bottle of rum and all that. Whoever's in, I don't know how many people are in chat. How many people are in chat right now? It says 3, 4. 4 are in chat right now. Everyone in chat who has played a Pokemon game before, what is the good one to start? Leaf Green. I mean, Leaf Green is a remake of the original ones, so that would give you a good experience. Basically anything made before 2012 is a good place to start. Actually, no. Don't start with the newest ones, I don't think. Because I generally... I know I'm absolutely wrong when I'm saying this. I'm full of crap. But I generally feel like the newer ones are less effective at drawing in new people and giving a good first-time experience. I could be wrong, because there are plenty of people who started with Gen 8, Gen 9. But I feel like, for the Pokemon that I know, starting with an older game is what you want to do. But I could be wrong. If you got your modded 3DS, then X and Y actually might not be a bad place to start. It's kind of crappy for a game, but it does like expose you to Pokemon well, because it has a huge roster in it. Although maybe not. Maybe it's too much. I don't know. I don't know what the best place to start the series is. I hadn't considered this. Just how beginner friendly they are. Yeah, maybe Tasha's onto something. Maybe, I think a remake is probably the best place to start. Maybe not Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby. Although I know plenty of people who started with Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. A remake. Any remake that isn't this remake is a good one to start with, I think. Leaf Green, Fire Red, Soul Silver, Heart Gold, Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby. Don't start with Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Don't start with either of those. Because they're hard. They're very difficult. Those might be the worst ones to start with. Oh, actually, Black 2, White 2 is probably the worst ones to start with. Because it is halfway through a story already. Oh, it's an interesting thought exercise. I like thinking about games in a way that, like, trying to emulate a pattern of thought you don't have. Because, like, it's hard for me to empathize with people who haven't played Pokemon, because it's such an ever-present part of my life. Literally, my first date with Tasha, one of our conversations was, what's your favorite Pokemon? And at one point, I think we both pulled out Pokemon Go at one point. I don't remember if that was the first date or a couple dates down the line. I think it was the first date we played Pokemon Go. A little bit. Yeah, it's just such an ever-present part of my life. It's hard for me to look through it through the eyes of someone who hasn't played it before. Because that was for a long time my go-to icebreaker was, what's your favorite Pokemon? Because, like, even someone who doesn't know Pokemon generally has an answer to that question. What is your favorite Pokemon? Because, like, there's enough cultural osmosis. Would you like to borrow my eyes? I can go without them for 48 hours. Oh! That explains why when we were living together, that sometimes I would just find your eyeballs and floating in the glass. Like dentures. Gross. I was thinking about this is not related to anything we just talked about, so I hope everyone's ready for a wild whiplash in conversation topics. When I was in college, my sophomore year, I lived in a suite with 6 guys. There were 6 of us in there. We had 1 bathroom. Luckily, the toilet was in its own room, and the sinks were in another room, and the showers in another room, so we kind of made it work, but still, it was a very smelly place, and I don't fully understand, looking back, how we were able to make that system work. Regardless, that is what we had. 6 of us sharing the 1 bathroom. And I remember one night during exam season, we were all goofy clowns, constantly trying to one-up and yes-and each other. Is where I get the habit of goofing and yes-anding and one-upping. One point during exam week, That's true. We were dumb little babies, didn't know nothing about nothing. I do remember specifically Ian, who is on our Dokapon series. Ian, Halloween night, the university was giving out condoms. Probably a safe practice, probably unfamiliar to those of us who went to more religious colleges. Sorry, that just kept coming out of me. Those of us who went to more religious colleges probably a bit obscene, but my college was never one to shy away from like, oh yeah, people definitely banging on this campus. Even though it was supposedly a dry campus, they're like, you wouldn't believe this, but the security and guards are actually like pretty understanding and fair about stuff like alcohol. Like I had a friend who got alcohol poisoning absolutely because he was illegally drinking too much. And like he didn't get charged or anything. They didn't investigate it at all. They was like, yeah, someone must have spiked his drink, and that was the end of it. So he could have gotten in a lot of trouble, and the campus police was actually very kind and cool to him about it. Let him make a mistake without ruining his life, you know? I don't know where to go here. I don't know what's the correct path forward. What's the incorrect path forward? Oh, ooh, it's a bit of a maze in a Pokemon game of all things. Anyways, I was getting at that. So yeah, they gave out condoms on Halloween night, and Ian took it upon himself because none of us ain't using those. I was an ace hairball, and the rest of us were. We all had problems. So the condoms went unused, and then Ian was like, you know what, I'm gonna hide these around. So like he hid one in the vent. We all had mini fridges in our dorms, so he hid them in like the mini fridges and like the ventilation system of the mini fridge and like the door behind a panel. I bet you there's still a condom hanging somewhere in that room. Just somewhere hidden that none of us ever found. A secreted away condom behind the sink. Anyways, so I say all this to say we would occasionally just have random condoms appear in our life because Ian hid them everywhere. Yeah, it's very college boy energy. And one night we had a bottle of cooking oil that I gotten because we did like a little Friendsgiving thing. But I was a college kid. I wasn't cooking my meals. I was getting them from the cafeteria. And I just had a bottle of cooking oil that I wasn't doing anything with. So it was exam week. None of us wanted to do anything. We had a bottle of cooking oil, condom. None of us wanted to do our study. We're all putting off doing our projects, our final projects, and none of us wanted to sit down and like actually do it. Me and my buddy David and a couple of us were in the room. I don't remember who did it, but at some point, a condom ended up on the mouth of the bottle of cooking oil, of canola oil. And did you know that if you fill a condom with cooking oil, it will retain its shape after the cooking oil is drained? It was literally like condom over the top, pour the oil into the condom, pour it back into the bottle. That bottle trash, by the way. We didn't cook with lube water. We didn't lube up our food, by the way. We were sanitary about it, as sanitary as one could be. And the condom remained erect without oil in it. Oh, it was funny. It was a good time. And then because again, we were all being goofy clowns. We were like treating it like it was a sacred artifact. And at one point, David like grabbed it and then climbed up to the roof. And we were like, David, come down. You gotta come do your project. He's like, no, it's my precious spot. The condom is mine. None of you can have it. It's a good time. A lot of good memories in that dorm. A lot of good memories. A lot of Smash Brothers. There was a lot of Smash Brothers. Goofy 20s kids. I mean, yeah. We weren't even 21 at that point. I would have turned 20 that year. Yeah, that was absolutely goofy college kids energy. Young babes. Yeah. Little babies. That was actually when, if you find my old channel, I'm not going to point you to it, but it has been mentioned on this channel before. You find my old channel. That was when we were recording a lot of the earlier stuff on that. It was right around the 2016 election. I remember that being a talking point at one point. It was crazy. It was a wild time that we were having. Dustox. I found it. No, not that one. No one knows about the thing you found, Tasha, and I would love to keep it that way. Now we get to live it again. Oh, yeah. Only this time I find the N-word way less funny. It's a different time. 2016 was a different time, but also not that different. Good old Pokemon. Here I am again, recording video games. Where did my talking subjects go? You know what? I have one more talking subject. I avoided talking to it. It doesn't seem like we have a lot of people in chat, so this gives me a good thing to rant about without any input from anyone else. You can just like open the floodgates and let me go on this one. I got a little talking point. Again, I don't know if people in this chat have a lot of experience with church services, but I work in a church. That is, I work tech in a church. Doesn't speak to my spirituality. No one make any assumptions about that, please. I don't want to have any conversations about that. However, a thing that is a thing in our church, a liturgist. If you have a church that has liturgists, what it basically is we get people from the congregation, people who aren't hired by the church or just volunteers, who come up and they're like leading the church service. They come onto the podium, they speak into the mic, and they read the prayer. They say, "This is the song we're singing. Everyone turn your hymnals to this song." And they like have a little script in front of them. 2016 kind of felt like a hiccup on our way to a better future, not the edge of the end. Yeah, that really was. 2016 really was like climbing up a roller coaster. It felt like it was gonna be good. I maintain that. Hang on, we'll get back to the thing I was about to talk about in a second. This is important to point out. I maintain the fact we do not live in a utopian society is Niantic's fault. The company behind Pokemon Go. It is entirely their fault we do not live in a utopian society. Because if you remember, the launch of Pokemon Go was rife with problems. Like, Pokemon Go was originally a glitchy game. Like, the tracker barely worked. Do I want to give Horseradish Energy Ball? We lose Giga Drain. But also, Energy Ball is way stronger. I think I'm gonna do it. We can come back to Giga Drain later if we want to. It also means we need to give him a different hold item. Like, something like, give him a bit of, what do you need? Miracle Seed? Maybe. Kind of feels lame. Bloated? No, we don't need that. Soft Sand? No. It kind of feels lame, but I guess I'm going to give him the Miracle Seed. Wide Lens, don't need that. Zoom Lens, don't need that. I'll give him like a crit item. Do I have a crit item? No. I'll just give him Miracle Seed. Why not? The Ozzy is holding me down. That is the thing he does often. The summer of Pokemon Go was literally the happiest season of my life so far. Yes! Like, people were like getting along. We were like getting out and meeting with strangers. Despite the fact that the game was like held together with duct tape and Burt's Bees. Like, it was a phenomenon. I was making friends with people I had never met before. Like, we were just like coming together to play a game together. It was something I had never experienced, of people just like being kind. People were like going to hospitals, like children's hospitals, and putting lures on the Pokestops so that kids in the children's hospital could play with them. I can't imagine the world doing that right now. That was a thing we were just doing in 2016 because it was fun to play Pokemon Go and play with other people and get other people to experience it. And if the game had improved, if the game had quickly been, oh, we got lightning in a bottle, we need to fix this shit right now. If they had gotten their shit together, we would be in a utopian society. If everyone had continued to play Pokemon Go, if it hadn't fallen off because it didn't receive any updates and half the features didn't work right, and look, it took forever, couldn't run in the background, if they had just fixed it, if they had spent like another month on it before they like put it out in like full blast, we would be in a utopian society right now. Everyone, it would be like a Persona 5 ending. It would be like the society's wants have been taken away from it, and we all see Donald Trump for who he is. Like, that's what it would be. Everyone would be like, no, I believe in justice more than I believe my fellow man more than I believe in the profit of my own. And that's what it would be. That's what life would be. It would be the end of a Shin Megami Tensei game. That's what it would be. Instead of that beautiful utopian society, Pokemon Go didn't get its shit together. And now we're stuck with this, like, absolute nightmare spiral we live in right now. I blame Niantic entirely, is basically what I'm saying. It's their fault. Get them, Luigi. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Anyways, what I was saying about this, about the dang, before I got on to the Niantic thing, churches, right? We have liturgists. The thing about a traditional church service is that, especially in the Methodist Church, which is one of the ones I serve, I say serve, the one of the ones I work in, I'm employed by, the one I work in, they have a traditional service, and every Methodist church you go to, no matter what, it's the same shit. It's always the same shit. Like, it's just, it's the same, like, we get it from the Book of Worship, which was written, like, back in, like, the 1700s, and it's been the same the whole time. It hasn't changed a bit. Every old person who goes to that church, the service has been the same the entire time they've been there. You know, it starts with the prelude, and then it goes to an opening, like a welcome, and then the welcome goes to a call to worship. The call to worship goes to a song. The song goes to an opening prayer. The opening prayer goes to another song, and then that song goes to the pastor's welcome, and the pastor's welcome goes to another song with the offering, and then the offering goes to the dedication prayer, and then the sermon, and then communion, and then what it comes after communion, the closing prayer, and then a closing song, and then a benediction, and then a postlude. It's the same shit for 100 years. It's been the same shit. So tell me why I see every service in this church, because I work in all of them. Tell me why, without fucking fail, for the past 3 months, every week, at least one liturgist has lost their place. How the hell does that happen? And they like blame it, like, oh, the script doesn't have bold in it, or like, oh, sorry, I just didn't know what page we were on. Okay, fine. You know what the service is! You've been going here for 10 years! It hasn't changed once! How do you keep fucking it up? I don't understand. It's gotten to the point, I've got another audio guy that I work with, because there's too many roles, I can't do all of them, so I have another guy I work with, an older dude, and like, it's got to the point where somebody will mess up, and I'll just step out of my little room and go up behind him and go, there it is, and then go back to my little room, because what else do you do? There it is for the day. Yeah, it's any traditional Protestant. I mean, yeah, that's any traditional Protestant church does the same shit. Like, it's always the same service, no matter where you go. That's the trick. Pastors just steal from each other. There is no originality in the church. That's the secret sauce. It's all stolen. Always has been. Ugh. Literally, oh, I probably shouldn't say this, but I mean, no one knows what church I work at, so whatever. Literally, I was in a worship planning meeting the other day, because it came in at a good time. Oh, hi, welcome. Oh yeah, OG Foster. It's true. I was in a meeting and they were talking about how, this other pastor in this other state is getting sued for plagiarism because they plagiarized another pastor's sermon. And all the pastors at the table were like dumbfounded that this could happen. That, whoa, what pastors just steal from each other all the time? They're not supposed to, like, and they weren't saying it like, oh good, it's about time we started calling each other out for plagiarizing each other. No, they were saying it like, how dare they do that? How dare they sue for plagiarizing? Yeah, maybe if we didn't fucking plagiarize, it's stealing, you dicks. How dare you be appalled at this? Hi, Alex. Welcome to the stream. I'm just griping about church practices right now. No, the church is just full of stealing. I'm not even talking about it was a very disturbing conversation because I felt like I was the only person, actually no, me and my boss were like looking at each other and going, what the hell? Why are they so off, like a vast for plagiarism of each other's sermons. All right, I'm tired of encounters. It's driving me crazy. I'm putting up a rappel. Can't concentrate on complaining about church practices. Yeah, churches steal from each other all the time. It's like their whole thing. I do not miss that. You know, it is one of the more frustrating things about working at a church. The complete lack of originality. Oh, I mean, you know, I'm not going to go further. I don't know if I should go further with this because I'm about to get at a point where I'm just complaining about things about my specific churches. But I do feel like it's becoming a more industry thing. Because this is something like a lot of people can probably relate to, like AI, right? A couple weeks ago, I like designing worship services. Again, I'm not going to speak to my own spirituality because that's, you don't need to know that. It's a can of worms. Really, I don't even know the answer. But I do like making worship services for people. It's like event planning. I like event planning. Speaking of unrelated topics, remember how everyone hated the Switch when it was new because it's underpowered and the dock scratched the screen? Also feels like I said this in here before. That did happen. You very much pooped. He's pooping in right now. No, it's common. I saw youth group sermons online all the time. It's so tempting to not just steal it. I mean, it's one thing writing by committee, but it's another thing to just steal. Oh, like, okay, here's what I was saying. I found my subject again. I'll talk about your thing in a second, Lava Lightning. I found my subject. I was in a worship planning meeting. We're going to plan out a worship series because it's coming up and I need to like make graphics for it and like we need to have it planned. I was like, okay, what are we doing today? And I took the time out of my busy work day. Like, okay, well, here's what I'm going to contribute to the conversation. Here's like the speakers I found. Here's how I think the sermon series could flow. A topic could flow into one another. Here's some like things we could touch on. And then I got in there and they were like, okay, so how are we going to structure this? And immediately, one of the pastors was like, well, let's plug it in AI and see what it comes up with. And then that's what we ended up doing. I spent like 6 hours prepping. Yeah, it was, well, okay, it wasn't 6 hours. It was 4. But I did prep for it. I put in the work, and they just plugged this shit in AI, and I was so mad about it. I was like, why am I even trying? Oh, it was bad. It was nasty. I probably shouldn't be speaking ill of it, but it was very frustrating. It was very, very elucidating conversation. And you know, that's got to be something going on like across the country. Like a big problem. I'm just on this tirade now. I hope everyone's willing to follow me on this tirade. A big problem with the modern church is a perception thing. Like people don't trust institutions. People don't trust institutions right now, and the church is a big one because the church has been linked to a lot of just suffering lately in general. They got to fix their image problem, and they're not doing a good job by blatantly plagiarizing and using AI to build their sermons. They're not doing anything to repair their image problem. I am speaking your language. The last job, they added an AI search feature to the company-wide search engine that literally no one used it because everyone was always wrong. They got in the way of actual... Dude, AI is a whole nother... Perception is reality, that's true. Like, what people think of the church is what the church is. We can only do little things to change it. And that's true of any business. Is this not where I'm going? This guy's blocking me. I think this is where, like, an alternate path in post-game is. Mix the images that are just doing good. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, AI is a whole nother can of worms. Because, like, remember how it's not ready? Remember how, like... Oh, now you got my little hair blood boiling. Remember how an insurance company was denying claims based on an AI algorithm? How do people think that this shit is ready for this yet? Please don't pay attention to the lonely grunt without poking me. Turned away from me. I don't think it's post-game. I think it's post this story event. I misspoke. I think it's post the story event. After I get the blue guys out of here, I think that guy moves. I don't remember what's there. I think it's a Pokemon. They want to funnel me to the top. I always want to have the motto, do good quietly. I mean, yeah. That is the way to do it. Don't aggrandize yourself. Don't... Do good quietly, and then people will notice. People notice when you do little things. Like a service that our church used to do was we used to open it up to the kids of the local, because it's right next to a church, right next to a high school. And we would open it up to that high school every Monday, and we would feed them pizza. That's what it was. We invite them into the room and say, here, have some pizza. We didn't evangelize at them, didn't like throw the Bible at them, then throw the book at them. All it was fixing perception. That was the whole thing, was giving these people a positive experience with the church. And maybe one day they'll come back. They'll not see it as this big monstrous thing that's destroying society, which is what it is in a lot of places right now. Honestly, you convinced me to go to church? Yeah! it's so easy. And like, it got shut down. It was really sad to see it happen because it got shut down because the person running it refused to evangelize at it, basically. It's like they couldn't see past their nose. Like, it's... like, the long-term gains of slowly changing perception is so valuable, and then they just refuse to do it. It's supposed to be main quest. Pokemon doesn't do side quests. They have things, main plot and post-main plot things. Yeah, that's how it works. Pokemon really doesn't have side quests, does it? I went to church for 3 years because they did a potluck after the sermon every week, and I was poor. I mean, it's a good way to bring people in. That is a Methodist motto. Bring the food and the people will come. Ooh, I didn't realize I had all that tirade in me. I have a lot to say about the church. I've been involved in it for a while. I've been part of production for a long while. What was I doing? Oh, putting up a new repel. I'm out of repel. Is that not what I was doing? I was getting an elixir. That's what I was doing. Getting blueberry and elixir. The church my parents go to used to do Wednesday night meal service. They stopped during the pandemic and they never brought it back. But they have a lot more success. They did it again. Yeah. Well, okay, there is a problem with that. Because that's... Administration is part of the problem of the church. The other part is the people in the church. Here's the thing about Wednesday night stuff. Well, a pee-pee was restored. Dude, my pee-pee is up. The thing about Wednesday night stuff is everyone says that. Everyone says that Lava Lightning. Oh, we need to, especially since post-pandemic, we need to have Wednesday night stuff because every church used to do Wednesday night stuff like food, and like, oh, we need to bring that back. We created that kind of community. We need to bring it back. You offer it, they don't come. It's expensive. Expensive to do. It's expensive, and it's like it has a lot of logistics to it, and then people don't show up. So like that problem in particular is more nuanced than they just need to offer it. Because you do it and they don't show up. Did my human woman ghost Pokemon just ask to be petted? Is that a thing that just happened? Nope, Miss Magius, you're too person. I don't want to pet you. That doesn't feel right. Oh no, not you. I'll. Yeah, I'm gonna end that thought there. We're in public. What time is it? Yeah, we could pull the stream. All right, I'm gonna go. Appreciate your tirade. Hope you enjoy the package I sent you. Oh yeah. Some do you guys know? Completely unrelated to what Alex just said. Do you guys know that you can just. Time for you to acquire a tanky meat advice. Look at you. Good jokes there. Good jokes all around. Did you know that for free, I don't know what the website is, but you can send someone adult diapers, well, I guess one adult diaper to their doorstep completely for free? All you need is their address and their name, and their email address, and you can send a adult diaper right to their door. Not a full one, like one to use. That if you didn't know that, now you do. You say you never learn anything on the Bigby show. I'm the premier in young adult education. You know, I've been holding Will-O-Wisp on this Miss Magius, and I'm not sure why I'm doing that. Because it's not like I'm gonna benefit from a burn ever. Because everything is 20 fucking levels below me. 30. We're closer to 30 levels below me. This game sucks. It makes me mad. I'll wear you wisp. Oh! How dare you? How fucking dare you? Shocked me. Alright. Let's see what happens when we go up here. I'd keep Will-O-Wisp for Cynthia. Oh hey, look at this little flute. Is that a vent in this game? They never distributed it in the original game, but I hadn't thought of that. Alright. It's a little early to end the stream. I'm gonna fight these two coconut heads, and then next stream we'll open with this guy. Something huge going on happened, I think. Maybe, right? I'm right around. Of course you're going to, aren't you? That's what I'll do. Once the two will take you down to the ground. Please come free me from Oz. In a moment, dear. You're in Oz jail right now. Ozzy really will do that. Our buddy, here, I'll pull him up. No. Our buddy Ozzy, look how sad he is. That's how his normal expression. He is the wrestling champion of the world because he will just absolutely pin you to the couch and you won't be allowed to get up. Oh, this seems like a good... You know, I'm just gonna give him a strength. Why am I going to build up rollout? Why do I try anything? This game's easy. The flute shows when the player has to complete Legends Arts. Really? Interesting. I think I do on this device. Because we'll be starting a new game, but I have beaten Legends Arceus. When you say completed, do you mean like completed? Or like, because I've seen credits on Legends Arceus, but I haven't like caught Arceus. Whenever I do that on stream, that'll be the first time I do it. If we could show that event in this game, that'd be cool. It's probably only a post game. You have to catch Arceus. Well, we'll be doing that in a couple months then, I guess. I'm not going to give up the value of having that experience be raw on stream just to do it on this. So we'll whenever we catch Arceus in Legends Arceus in like November, then we'll come back to this. I'm not playing Stinky Pearl more than I did. Yeah, you shouldn't. It's not worth it. I mean, I guess if you want a second Arceus, it's a good way to get... You want two Arceus so they can hang out and be God together. Go for it. Ugh, let some little kid beat me. Well, that was just pathetic. I'm gonna let you pass and get pulverized by our bosses. Alright, so I do want to fight these guys tonight, but I don't know... I don't know if it gives us a break between the double battle and the Cyrus battle. So I think I'm going to leave all of it for next time. Next time on the Bigby Hairstreams. That's right. I'm blue ballsing you on Spear Pillar. The event RCS and BDSP can be shiny. Oh, lordy lord. Jesus Christ on a bicycle. We'll have to find out. Oh, we won't find that out next time. Till next time, same bat time, same hair channel. I'm Bigby, I'm hair, and I'm in your couch.